Right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get ourselves ready for some sprint race action here in Miami. We have got sprint quali up first, of course, as always. So let's quickly switch over all these to this. We got a new good box, that's fine. LMU dailies are fire. Yeah, I'm going to be playing some LMU fully on Saturday's stream. I probably will do mainly the WEC experience at Monza, I think, most likely. I think it's a Monza, isn't it? But yeah, the dailies do look pretty good. I can't lie, I was a little bit jealous. Shame for Liverpool, they played better but couldn't finish. Yeah, well, results what matters most, right? The Prodigy 3 Le Mans night is peak. I did one race there off stream, actually, in top split and got a P5, so I was quite happy with that. I don't know, my pace in Le Mans isn't usually that great. I usually struggle in the final sector. First and middle sector, I'm perfectly fine with. The moment I hit the final sector, it's, yeah, I lose a lot of time there. What times were you doing? I think my best, I didn't break a 4 minute. I think I did like a 4 minute 0.5 or something is my best time. I couldn't break under that 4 minute. Couldn't get into the threes. But I also didn't do a huge amount of practice for it either. So I feel like that was probably not too bad, all things considered. But your P is 58.7. Yeah, that's very good. That's very, very good. I think I saw on the leaderboard, someone did a 56. I think it was like a 56.8 or something, which is ridiculous in a GT. But I'm not getting to that level anytime soon. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Especially on fixed setups as well, but... Right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for sprint quali then here in Miami. So, as you can see on the icons there, we are going to get a good bit of rain for sprint quali here. And as well for the sprint race as well. You can see the first half of that sprint race is going to be pretty damp. And then it will dry up shortly after that as well. But the sprint quali is going to be fully wet from start to finish as well. So this is going to be a very spicy qualifying, I feel. I think all of our stuff is basically ready to go. So let's get underway for the sprint quali. Let's do this. Have you seen how lucky those people get with the track limits to the final chicane? It does feel very RNG, to be fair. Oh my God, look at the state of this.
Welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today. But the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
That is not pretty to look at, is it? This track is already low grip in itself, and now I've got to drive it when it's raining. Jesus. Rear downforce is optional today, I guess. Possibly gain 1 second final chicane just by track limit lock? Really? I know you can, like, go very wide out. It's fucking storming. Apparently it's lightning out there. Oh, game, what are you doing to me?
I'd suggest you take a set of full wets.
What are you doing to me, game? Okay, let's load up some good fuel. Yeah, 7.5 should be good. Oh, buddy. And AI's open out the corners? Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, this is going to be a tricky session, no doubt. In Miami, they usually are quite strong, but in the wet with their grip, yeah, it's going to be tough to beat them today. But thankfully, the normal qualifying and the Grand Prix should be fine as well, so... All right, let's get on track. Let's do this.
It's wet right now. Feel your way around the conditions before you start.
But yeah, I know out of, like, the Porsche curves, you can, like, go really wide there and sometimes avoid the track limit, too. I do find the track limits are quite strange in Le Mans. Miami giving you the full experience? Yep. Very much so. To be fair, this is actually fairly similar to what happened in real life, wasn't it, last year? I think it was raining in the sprint quali and sprint race. Maybe not sprint quali, actually. Was it raining in sprint quali? Maybe sprint quali was dry. But I remember it raining in the sprint race, and there was the entire shenanigans in the pit lane and whatnot. That was pretty wild. I couldn't really feel the low grip, bruh. Yeah, the challenges will be drawn after the sprint race. So before we go into regular qualifying, we will spin the wheel then. The sprint quali and sprint race excluded from the challenges. Let's let Hamilton go here. You can floor it off the track. You can keep on the track toward chicane entry. Don't get track limit. It pops up mid-chicane, but because you're braking, it disappears. That is so cheesy. That is so damn cheesy. I do think I prefer the way that track limits work in LMU compared to, like, iRacing, though. iRacing, the track limit is just annoying. They don't even give you a chance a lot of the time to, like, give the time. Are we back? Hello? Are we good? I think my my internet dropped out for a second. Everything just disconnected on my internet side. Are we good now? Are you okay? We back? Good, good, good. I think my I think my internet dropped out for a moment because everything just like went to 0 on my bitrate and things. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. First time I've had an internet drop out in a little while. What up, Mammoth? How's it going, dudes? Apologies for that little hiccup. 1 million FPS now. Good. The more FPS, the better, right? Miami is destroying your internet? It might well be. The Miami curse is real. Call your provider. We actually did have a little outage. Well, not an outage as such, but we had very slow internet for a while last week at some point. But it cleaned itself out, so hopefully it's going to be a reoccurring problem. All right, here we go. First lap of spring quali in a very wet Miami. What could possibly go wrong? Everything and nothing at the same time. Oh, wow. I felt like I braked early at turn 1. I still nearly didn't make the corner. Somebody used the landline? Yeah, maybe. That dial-up internet's still cooking me. Oh, man, there is just zero grip out here. I'm literally just, like, feathering the throttle through these corners at the moment, just trying to keep the car in balance. At least we've got plenty of battery, though. Nico Hulkenberg gets underway with a 41.6 here in Miami. I think that'll be quite easily beaten, though. Probably not by us, but we'll see. 41.5 for Carlos Sainz. He's been very good in qualifying this season. In this save. Race pace not so much, but quality pace has always been up there. George Russell, 41.4. Green first sector. Can we maybe try and get a purple in the middle? Let's see. 39.9 for Lando Norris. That's a big improvement from where George Russell was. Here we go down towards the hairpin. Got plenty of battery to use here, so we're going to use it all up. No DRS, obviously, in the wet. Got to watch our braking now. And for 2 bad. And then gentle on the exit as we try and just keep the car pointing in the right direction. Lewis Hamilton goes P7 at the moment. That's not a good luck for Lewis Hamilton. As we cross the line, we do no better. Oh my God, 42.4. That's not good, chat. We might be last. A 42.4 is horrible. Okay, we're not last. Pierre Gasly was slower. Yeah, look at Jam with a good internet now. I can't even laugh at him about having bad internet anymore. Like, I'm losing my ammo with you, Jam. Yeah, P9 is not great there. I think we might be in the drop zone, to be honest. I'm not too comfortable with that lap. AI always cracked in the rain. Yeah, they are. I mean, they are like quite good in Miami generally. And then you add the rain in where they always get traction where you can't, and it makes it even harder. So, yeah, I feel like this might be a little bit of a tricky session, this one. But we've got enough fuel to go again, so we'll just recharge the battery and go again next lap. Only got 6 minutes in the session, though, so we've not really got too many laps in this. I wonder if intermediate might be okay to use. I don't know. Always best to get iron first. Of course. We always aim for P1. Give me a couple weeks of on wheel, and then you can laugh when I'm being slow. True. Very true. I can laugh by your controller pace anyway, to be fair. I ain't gonna worry about the wheel too much right now. Alright, let's open up this last corner. And let's give it another shot. Attempt number 2. We're down to P11 now. I'm really not happy with that position. Let's see if we can try and scavenge a little bit more. I mean, I found a good bit in that first sector alone.
We've dropped to P11.
Wonder if the rain might be getting a little bit lighter, actually. Still 5 tenths at the moment. That'll go up a little bit out through here. I can say it's about the same, actually. Tiny increase. But 5 tenths increase so far in the first sector isn't too bad at all. Let's see if we can try and find some more in the middle sector. Broke a little bit later there, I think. Maybe not. Delta was still quite even, as it was before. And a little bit in that chicane there. That was nice. This is a much improved lap time. We're currently P16 on the timing screen, so this lap should boost up a good bit. 9 tenths up as we head down towards the hairpin. This is a much better lap. But how much better? We have got some people on inters now. Oh, that's one that's going to be a little bit deep. I think we're good. 1 second up now. Here we go to the line. Back end still trying to get a little bit skatey as we cross the line. That'll be a good improvement. 1.1 up. That puts up to P4. That's more like it. Some drivers are on intermediates now. I don't know if we've got time to go to inters, do we? 3.5 minutes ago. I don't think we've got time to go to inters. I think we might have to stay on the wet tires for another lap here. Weather report.
Verstappen behind you
Nope,
now.
that is
right,
not...
their best lap time, 1:41.3.
That is not what I asked. Weather report.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Okay, so he is saying the inters might be the best tyre, but the heavy rain is still around, so maybe the wet tyre might still be usable. We're down to P7 now. Some others have improved on their lap. I think it seems to me like there might be a bit of a mix. Some drivers might be on the inters, some on the wet. So it probably is at like the crossover point, maybe. You'd hope it's usable. Yeah, I really do, because I ain't got time to make it back to the pits. What's your favorite? Monza Fanatic or Sim Magic? I haven't used Sim Magic, but I've heard good things. But for me personally, it's Monza. Oh, the potholes never change, Morgan. I have the same pothole outside my house. It's been there for like nearly 10 years at this point. They never get fixed around here. All right. One last lap here in SQ1. Let's see if we can try and find a little bit more time. Lock in.
Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon.
Come on. Tenth up. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That was not a nice little slide there. Still 3 tenths up at the moment, but that could have been a bit more. Getting a bit in the straight line here. Who's this in front of me? Albon? There's no way he's on a lap, right? Oh my God, what is he doing? I have no idea what he's doing. Just shows the dry line's coming. Yeah. I mean, you can see the dry line. It's a lot wider now, isn't it? We are 4 tenths up at the moment.
Seconds left in the session.
Decent break in there. Out the hairpin we go. 5 tenths up nearly. Should that be enough to get us through to Q2? Let's see. Cross line we go. 40.8. It bumps up to P6. Let's see. Will it be enough to get us through to the final session? The clock's about to expire. And then we'll see everyone else cross the line. We're still P6 at the moment. And I think we are probably safer, aren't we? 39.9 for George Russell. Charles Leclerc goes ahead of us. Verstappen, 39.4 as well. And I think maybe just the other Cadillac is set to do their lap. And I think that's everyone after that. Okay, so we should be through to Q2 then. But that was a difficult opening session. P9 for ourselves on the wet tyre. Our teammate Charles Leclerc only going P8 for the time being as well. So, yeah, not the cleanest session ever. But we are through most importantly. So that's... we can put our focus on SQ2 and 3 now. One rim for my car was 275 quid. Ouch. Yeah, unfortunately, rims are not cheap. How's the championship looking? We are currently leading the championship right now by 24 points, I think it is, to Michael Schumacher. Oh, we're down to P10 now. I think that Cadillac might have actually gone ahead of us. Are these two in front maybe on a lap? The Audi and the Williams, I think. They might be on a lap here. Maybe not. No, they're both going to the pits. Okay. All right, P10 then is how we'll finish up SQ1. Let's head back into the garage and then we can look ahead to SQ number 2. Yeah, this rain is not really going to let up either. Apparently, it's going to be heavy rain for at least 20 minutes. So I reckon it'll probably stay until the end of qualifying, really. But it does seem like the intermediates are a much more usable tyre with that dry line forming now. So, down to P11, in fact. Someone else went faster. What have they done, Sanskar? All right, let's have a look at these final results. Let's see. Do we stay P11? We do indeed, yeah. A lot of mix-up there with the wets and inters, really, isn't there? But it definitely seems like the intermediate might be the preferred tyre at this point. I mean, Verstappen went 5 tenths faster than George Russell for P1 there. Schumacher was on the wet tyre doing a 39.9, so we're still not really where we want to be, even on a wet tyre. But, yeah, hopefully on an inter we can try and find some more time. Even Sergio Perez is faster than us. That says a lot, really, doesn't it? Who is out in Q1 then? Let's have a look. Valtteri Bottas, Bortoletto, Behrman, Hadjar, Stroll, and Colapinto are all knocked out in the first session. Gasly and Piastri make it through. Hamilton P13. Not a great lap there for him as well. But, yeah. Okay. P10 and P11 for the Ferraris. We've got a bit of work to do. Let's see if we can try and get it done. The BOP will no longer be published. We are protecting ourselves from speculation. Well, GG. I feel like it's going to be obvious anyway. BOP stands for balanced performance.
Tires in the current conditions.
It's what the World Endurance Championship used to try and, like, keep the field level. But they don't do a very good job at it most of the time. Yeah, I feel like hiding it as well is, yeah, it's going to be a PR disaster, really, isn't it? Daniel coming in with the 6-month resub as well. Thank you much, Daniel, for the 6 months for doing it. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, man. Brookie coming with that follow as well. Appreciate the follow, Brookie. Thank you, mate. Right, let's go on to an intermediate. Fuel will leave. We can put a little bit less, actually. All right. Yeah, the rain is literally staying at pretty much the exact same level the entirety of spring quali here, so. All right, let's go.
The track's very wet.
Hopefully the inters we can try and find some more time on. Have you ever raced with Verstappen? Yeah, we're racing against him right now. He's in this race. Right, let's put the boy down. Yeah, I mean, again, like I say, I feel like it might be fairly obvious to really see what the BOP is doing anyway when you look at, like, the results and stuff. Because, you know, even with the current BOP before they made it private, you could very much see the implications it had where a certain car was struggling a lot more than another one. It was definitely more notable in Hypercar than GT, but even in GT you can sometimes notice it. But yeah, I don't like they're going to privatize that. It's a bit of a shame. I wonder if the teams had a say in that as well. Very possible. Right, we've got loads of free air around us here, so we'll try and utilize this. First cars are starting their laps of SQ2. Temps are not too bad. Maybe a little bit low on the fronts. Then the optimal temps on the inter around 65 degrees, so a little bit off from that right now, but not too bad. It is obviously quite difficult to warm the inters up sometimes, so... All right. Here we go. Let's see. Can we try and put down a strong lap for our first one of SQ2? Everyone's looking pretty fast so far in the opening session, so let's see if we can try and level out a bit more in this one. Let's lock in real quick. Just touch that curb on the inside there. Just upset the car a little bit. Battery is full. Could probably use a little bit more battery than the first sector, I think. Purple first sector there, though. Oh, interesting. Okay. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's promising. Okay, there's a lot of different lap times being put down up there. I know, right? 80 is the worst of both worlds. Double purple sector. Okay, hang on. We might be cooking here. We might be cooking. Leclerc has currently set the lowest lap time so far, so... Something like that. A little bit wide of the apex there, but should be okay. There we go to the line. And that is going to be a 38.2. That will be the fastest lap of the session so far. That is a much-needed improvement from SQ1. That definitely fills up the conference a little bit more. Much, much better. That was like, what, 2 seconds quicker, I think, compared to SQ1. So the intermediates are definitely the better tire to pick from at the moment. Let's see, does anyone else go ahead of us? There's still a couple drivers out there on another lap, so we'll see what they do. Hulkenberg goes P2 in the Audi. Good lap for Hulk. Look at that top 5 right now. Jeez. That is a wild top 5. I think actually maybe most people have done the lap actually. There's a few more. Alright, let's get back to the pits. Actually, do you want to go to the pits? I don't think we need to go to the pits actually. We could probably just do another lap. Although the rain might ease up a little bit. The track might get better as well. I think we're fine to another lap. Should be okay. I fear that reasonable time may be subjective right now, 80. Yeah, not today. No LMU today. On Saturday, though, we're doing a full day of LMU. Plenty of LMU action waiting for us on Saturday. It should be fun. Reasonable is pre-28 hours. Yep. That's what I mean by subjective. Wet tires not really help compared to the inters? No, clearly not. All right, here we go again. This will probably be our final lap here unless I mess up. Ooh, that's a little bit deeper turn 1. Lando Norris has wedged his McLaren into P2. Actually, a little bit down here.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Kind of a little bit through turn 7 there, but it's still a touchdown at the moment. I think if I'm down coming out the final sector, I'll probably back off. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, I'm down. I think maybe we back off here. Yeah, I'm going to back off. We'll go again next lap. That lap was a little bit weaker in the first sector, which kind of held us back. So let's just try and recharge a little bit. We'll try again next lap. Still got time, though. Still got time. We're going to start a little bit low on the battery here. 84%. It's not the end of the world. We can recharge in the first sector. That's not too bad. Okay. Let's try that again. Good. Oh, that's good. That's much better. Much, much better first sector. Somehow it's not purple. Someone else must have done a crazy first sector, I guess. That's a little bit in the middle sector here, but it should be okay. Yeah, lost a little bit of time in the middle sector, but we're still green. 2.5 tenths up. There's actually not that many cars out on track right now, so I think we'll probably be through regardless, but let's see if we can try and cement that top spot. Nice time, the hairpin. That was a lovely hairpin. Got the car slowed down beautifully there, and we are 3 tenths up, and that will put us on a 37.8. There we go. First 37 of the day in these conditions, and we take that top spot, and I'd assume we will hold that top spot as well. Let's see, we still got Charles Leclerc and one of the Audis out there. They might take it from us. Here goes Charles Leclerc. Leclerc goes P5. The Audi of Michael Schumacher goes P2, and I think that's safe to say we will be through to Q3. Racing ball across the line as well. Doesn't go to top 5. There we go. We finish up on top in Q2. Beautiful. That's a good turnaround from Q1, isn't it? Really, really good turnaround. Let's bring it back to the pits, and then it'll be time for the final session. How did you have such a good middle last time? I have no idea. I felt like that middle sector we did on that lap was better than the previous lap. And yet somehow I was a 10th down. It's weird sometimes. Very weird. I did kind of use up a little bit too much inside curb here on that last lap, so maybe that might have affected the lap time a touch. But other than that, it felt better, so maybe I just did a really good middle section that first time around. Somehow. To be fair, we do need to put a duck on the wheelbase real quick, don't we? Although I will say, although it probably is still heavy rain, I think it's safe to say we can probably use our good mate, Duckelheim. New generation car, more full speed equals slower time. Or over slower time. How good forgot Duckelheim? I blame you personally. I blame you. You guys got to remind me. But he's here now. And he's here for a while as well. We've still got to get through Q3 with him. And then, of course, the start of the sprint race is wet as well. So. I hate to say this to you, but I think either PSG or Bayern will win the UCL. I don't disagree. Whoever wins that tie out of Bayern and PSG, I think Bayern personally, but whoever wins that tie will win the UCL. No doubt about it. They are, for me, the two strongest teams in the tournament right now, so... I mean, it's going to be quite funny, because I reckon, like, Bayern and PSG is probably going to finish, like, 7-6 on aggregate. And then we'll have Arsenal and Atleti, which will finish, like, 1-0 on aggregate. It's going to be quite peak. Damn, look at that. That is a, we've just done what Verstappen did in Q1, basically. 5/10 up on Michael Schumacher in Q2. Excellent stuff. Lando Norris in third, Hulkenberg fourth, Sainz fifth, Leclerc, Albon, Verstappen, Piastri, and Antonelli all through to SQ3 as well. George Russell eliminated SQ2. Ocon, Gasly, Hamilton now in SQ2 as well. Both the Red Bulls not in Q3 is brutal. Lawson and Perez both knocked out as well. But yeah, that's a big name knocked out there already with Hamilton knocked out in Q2. All right, on to Q3 we go. Easy win by 30 seconds now. Yep. All the Duckelheim luck will be influenced here. Who do I support in football? I'm an Arsenal fan.
I'd suggest you take a set of full wets.
I was at their game yesterday and I was painful, I'm not gonna lie. Very painful performance, but we are through, so I can't complain too much. Right. 8 minutes to go. Don't have to go for a new Inter. Do you know what? I'm actually going to go for an old Inter here. Try and save an Inter for the sprint race, I think. It's only like, there's barely any difference in anyway, so it should be fine. Right. Let's get out on track. Let's do this.
Track is wet right now.
You're an Aston Villa fan? How you lot feel about Emery? Because I know you guys loved him for a while, but I've seen a few people turn against him recently. He was not very well received at Arsenal, let's say that. Spurs all the way. Hell no. They'll be all the way in the championship next season. It's alright for us, not the best. I think the problem that Emery has is he's like... He very much has his favourites, and he's obsessed with... This is one of the big problems he had with Arsenal, is that apparently, like, he was obsessed with trying to find ways to play... Like, he was obsessed with finding out about other teams, essentially. And rather than playing to our strengths, he would try and play to other teams' weakness. Which isn't always a bad idea, but the problem is, we kind of lacked any sort of identity under Emery. Because of his obsession with, like, trying to find where other teams are weaker. Still trying to figure out how Bournemouth beat Arsenal. To be fair, they were on a pretty good run. I think they're like 13 unbeaten or something right now. They are one of the more informed teams in the league. But either way, I mean, if Arsenal want to be Premier League champions, you have to win that game. Like, there's no doubt about it. I have no confidence we'll get a result at the Etihad. We're going to go there to play for a draw and probably lose 3-0. I don't have any confidence in that game whatsoever. I'd be surprised if City don't spank us. All right, here we go. First lap SQ3. We'll probably only get 2 runs here, so gotta make these runs count. Weather is still pretty bad out here. But let's see. Playing for a draw no matter who your opponent is, not how champions play, IMO. I fully agree. 100% fully agree. And I've seen it numerous times this season where after a game, a player will come out and say, if you can't win the game, don't lose it. Which basically tells me that sometimes we do go and play for draws. Like, that happened against Brentford. It happened against Wolves, where players came out and said, if you can't win the game, don't lose it. Like, bro, really? If you want to be a champion, you have to win those games. Like, come on, man. I think Arteta has definitely got a fear of losing. But it's got to the point where he's so scared of it that he just wants to go super defensive in a way. Like, it's... yeah, bizarre. And I think it also hurts players as well. Players who are, like, quite free, creative players don't really get a chance to express themselves because they have to be more structured in a way. And I don't think that helps at all. Per middle center that time. How's it going to be for our first lap? Let's see. We're sliding out the final corner. To the line we go. And that'll be a 38.3 to get us going. Only a P4 for our first lap. That's a little bit off. We did a 37.9, I think it was, in SQ2. And we're a little bit far away from that right now. But we have got one more chance to try and correct that. So let's recharge, go again next lap. Charles Leclerc goes P5 as well. Ooh, a little bit bleak for Ferrari so far in the in this session. You're a McLaren fan for F1? Hope they'll win versus City. I mean, obviously I do as well, but I struggle to see it. I really do. Look, Drew, how's it going, mate? Jesus. The Ford engine is not working well, Sully, but I also like Ferrari, like Shumi. Yeah, Red Bull have been struggling so far this season. I mean, it seems like, I don't know, from what I see, it seems like the power unit is actually fine with Red Bull. It seems like they're struggling everywhere outside the power unit. The straight line speed actually is quite competitive. When it comes to everything outside of a straight line, they are struggling. Got my first league race in 30 minutes. Any tips? What track is it on? What AI? You want 110 max AI. All right, let's back off a little bit here. Australia, avoid the track limits at all costs. I don't know how competitive your league is, but there is probably a good chance a lot of people will get track limits. So if you try and keep it easy on the track limits, avoid the penalties, you'll gain a ton of positions from that alone. And make sure you're using low wings as well. Don't be running a high downforce setup there. Okay, good first sector. That wasn't the cleanest turn 7. Oh, God. Ooh. Do I back off here? Yeah, I'm going to back off. Call me crazy, but I'm backing off. I was only like a 10.5 up, and there was a lot of mistakes in that lap. I think if we back off, we have a better chance of finding more time in the next lap. No one's going out for another lap, actually. Damn. I just got to make sure I recharge the battery enough here. Oh, how fun. Our favorite track and it's raining. How fun. Best of both worlds. Yeah, I mean, with GP going to McLaren now, all the rumors about Max going to McLaren will hot up as well. It's kind of natural. All right. This is it. Gotta make this one count, chat. I'm a little bit low on the battery here, but 10 seconds to go. We're the only car out on track. Can we improve on a P4? Lock in. Let's leave it all out there. That's better through turn 7. That's much better through turn 7. This is looking like a good decision to back off on that previous lap right now. 4/10 up. It was a little bit deep there, but should be okay. Well, back again, a bit skatey there as well. Come on, 4.5 tenths up. This is looking good. Purple middle sector. Will this be enough to try and take that top spot? I don't know who has it right now, but this could be interesting. We're a bit tight on battery down towards the hairpin. Braking's not too bad there at all. Out we go from the hairpin. We've lost a little bit of time, though. We're only 2 tenths up. We've lost so much time in this final sector. We've got no battery. Across the line we go. It's only a P3 for ourselves. We fumbled that final sector big time. We were 4 tenths up in the middle sector and then crossing the line. I think it was only a 10th up on our PBs. So, yeah, we lost a lot of time in that final sector. Maybe in part of not having enough battery. But, yeah, we finished a 10th away from Max Verstappen there. Oh, that's frustrating, man. Very frustrating. We will start on the second row here in Miami. Max Verstappen on pole. Lando Norris in second. Schumacher will start right behind us as well in the Audi. And then we've got Leclerc and a Ferrari sandwich and an Audi sandwich there as well with Hülkenberg right behind him. Piastri, Sainz, Albon, and Antonelli complete the top 10 as well. That's a frustrating result, man. That pole was literally just that far away, but yeah, unfortunately, just messed it up in that final sector and cost all that time. In fact, we can actually see what the difference is in the final sectors here. Race director, let's see. Yeah. Oh, actually, I was actually... Yeah, no, I was slower in the final sector by 2.5 tenths. Wow. That's diabolical. Our first lap, we did a 26.9 in the final sector. And then our final lap, we did a 27.2. Christ. That was not ideal, was it? I mean, the first sector was very good. We were really good in the first sector, 4 tenths up there. Middle sector was fine as well, but the final sector, it just fell apart. And, yeah, what did Max do? It's a good question. Max did a 26.958, which was slightly faster than our first lap's sector 3. So, yeah, the fact we're 3 tenths in that final sector is not good. Not good at all. All right. There we go, chat. That will do it for sprint quali then. That's how we'll line up for the sprint race coming up next. This is going to be very interesting as well. Don't forget, it is going to rain in the sprint race as well. I'll show you guys the weather in a moment too. But is a CSO Elite Wheelbase a good first budget choice? Definitely, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I'd probably go more on the Mozza side, but I know obviously some consoles are restricted with Mozza. But yeah, if you're on console, the CSO Elite is definitely not a bad one to go for as an entry level. Thank you for follow Sam as well. Appreciate it. Right, so this is the forecast for the rest of the weekend then. The sprint race, as I was saying, we're going to get a good chunk of rain in this sprint race. It's going to be heavy rain to start with, then transition into light rain, and then it will dry up towards the end as well. So it's going to be a pretty wild sprint race, this one. And then from then on, it does stay dry. No rain is forecast in quali. No rain is forecast in the Grand Prix either. So hopefully, it will stay nice and dry there. We can try and get good performance. But for this sprint race, we start P3. And don't forget, once the sprint race is over, then we will do the challenge wheel to decide how this Grand Prix and qualifying gets even harder than it already is. But that'll be after the sprint race we do that wheel. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get underway for some sprint race action here in Miami. Let's do this. What up, Vaha? Does the Fanatec even sell CSL Elite anymore? That was my first base 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not too sure, but I know many people like end up selling it when they eventually upgrade, so he might be buying it secondhand or something, most likely. Imagine 50% fuel. I know we got a couple of fuel ones on there, but it's not quite 50%. Roby, think that follows on, mate. Appreciate it. What's the wheel console called? The wheelbase? It's the Mazda R9. That's what I have. They need to have more brief showers. Imagine 5 minutes of heavy rain, then decision to either hang it out or have a few laps on inters. To be fair, I have had that in the game before. I have had that very thing happen in the game before. It's very rare it happens,
It's wet here
but I've
today,
seen it a couple
and
times.
We're expecting those downpours to continue. This will make for a difficult sprint for all the teams.
That is disgusting.
Well, it's
30 degrees and very wet.
A lap of
Brother,
the Miami Grand Prix features 19 corners and 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium. But
Imagine the humidity.
prove especially difficult for all of our drivers today.
30 degrees Celsius and heavy rain. Oh my God.
Exciting sprint.
That is going to be grim. Imagine being a fan in those conditions.
Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Wang, Michael Schumacher, Charles Leclerc, and Hülkenberg, Piastri, Sainz, Albon, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Russell, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Hamilton, Lawson, Valtteri Bottas, and Gabriel Bortoletto.
You're going to be wet from rain and sweat, literally.
Stroll.
Trying to take off that race suit is going to be horrendous. It's going to be like sticking to you.
Will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
It's like Singapore when they get rain as well. They usually have pretty high temperatures.
Our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today...
We don't need Sir Anthony Davidson waffle here. Right, so...
Okay, here
we P3 then, chat, is where we start. And, yeah, as you can see, it is very damn well here right now. And it looks like it's going to stay that way for a little bit as well. It's a 19-lap race, but we are going to expect some dry weather as the race progresses. Maybe in the late stages, we'll see that dry weather appear, and then maybe we'll bolt a soft tyre on from there onwards. But for now, it is going to be a wet tyre to start with, by the seems of it. I think we're probably okay to drop the fuel a little bit here, too. I won't go too low, just a little bit. Anyone on inters? I would assume everyone's on wet tyres. Yeah, everyone's on wets. No one's going for an inter. I mean, we could start on an intermediate, but I know that'd be very cheesy against the AI. Because we know that the inters can be quite OP, but the AI are not very smart when it comes to putting inters on, so... I think we'll just copy the AI for entertainment's sake and start on the wet tyres. Otherwise, we could very easily win this if we start on inters. Right. That's fine then. Not really got too much to discuss on the strategy side here. I'd assume at some point we'll go to inters, and then once the track dries up even further when the rain stops, then we'll probably go soft tyres to the end. Fuel load on 18.5 as well should be good. Right. What do we do for our prediction then, chat? Do we try and go for the win? Do we try and go for a podium? What do you guys reckon? What do we do strategy-wise here? I think a podium should be a good shout here. I think it's going to be quite difficult against the AI. You reckon go for the win? We'll keep it simple because it is just a sprint race. Maybe when we get into the Grand Prix, we'll try and make it a bit more difficult, but in the points for real. Against this AI, most likely, to be fair. Have we got any mods here? I know K-Cray went away. Was Jury still here? I think going for the win should be interesting. Yeah, we'll keep it simple, Jury. Will we get the W here in Miami for the sprint race? Keeping it simple for this one. Right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get ourselves underway for some sprint race action then. Here in Miami. So we do start P3 for this one. We have lowered the fuel a little bit. I'd assume with the rainy conditions and drying up, we should be fine on fuel after 19 laps. But it is going to be a very spicy one, with it being very wet to start with. Then it goes to light rain, and then it will dry up later on too. So this is going to be a very interesting one in terms of the weather. And hopefully, we can try and get the strategy calls right and get ourselves a good finish at the end of the race. The prediction today, chat, will we win the sprint race here in Miami? Without further ado, let's get underway for some sprint race action here in Miami. Let's do this. Flat out T1 probably, Max. Yep. Full risk, no push. Or no risk, full push. Rain sprint is hella interesting. Yeah, especially with how much the weather's like changing up as well. To be fair, the rain actually doesn't look that bad. Compared to the sprint quali, the rain's actually not as bad as it was in earlier on. We'll stick with it for now, though. Let's try and get some heat into these intermediates as well. Naz and Amy, thank you for on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Prediction is up right now on the Twitch. Will we win today's sprint race here in Miami. Get your predictions up. We start in P3. We've got some very feisty competitors around us here. It's going to be some hard work, but we'll see what we can do. And for those who don't know, I am also very poor in Miami usually. My Miami pace typically sucks, so being P3 is probably a compliment to me. When we shopped the AI pit quickly, it's happened before. There is probably a good chance they may pit on the first lap, yeah. We have had that happen many times in the past. I mean, the rain really doesn't look that bad. If only we could pit on the formation lap, huh? I don't like when we go super slide through here on the formation lap because the tires just cannot warm up through there. What's the wildcard this race? That'll be decided after the sprint race. Before we go into Grand Prix quali, we will spin the wheel of doom to decide what today's challenge will be. I think you're going to get P1 or P2. I think as long as I'm in the podium, I'm fairly happy. But we will see as it goes, I guess. All I know is it's not going to be easy today. Not at all. All right. Here we go then. So we line up on the second row in P3 for the start of this sprint race. We've got Max Verstappen in the Aston Martin lining up on pole. Lando Norris in P2 alongside him. They've shared their rivalry plenty of times so far in their careers. And maybe we'll see another one down towards turn 1 here as well. Landing up in P3 though. Could have gone a little bit close to the line there, but not too bad. Nobody believes in Mr. Vince today. I think they're more worried about the AI more than anything, which is understandable. Rest of the grid lining up then as we prepare for lights out here in Miami for 19 laps of sprint race action. This is going to be a tough one. Here we go, then, ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights here in Miami. Lights out, and we are rolling here in Miami. Verstappen tries to get off Norris. Norris gets a pretty good stop. Verstappen. My God, he's just brake checked me. And I get the warning for that? No way, bro. Ain't no way I get the warning for him brake checking me. Nuh-uh. Send Frederick Vasseur to the steward's room right now. Have a word. Immediately. I don't think I've got any wing damage, right? I think the wing's okay. But that was a very scary way to go down towards turn 1 there. Verstappen was just so early on the brakes. And on another day, that might have very easily given us a little bit of front-end damage. But thankfully, we're all right. And let's see if we can try and keep on going. Schumacher and Hulkenberg currently in that top 5 as well. Leclerc has dropped outside the top 5 for the start here. Norris leaned away then to Verstappen to ourselves in the top 3. Can we try and find a way past the 4-time world champion? Just wrestling the car a little bit through this middle sector. Got him understeer as well as we go through the chicane, and then got to wrestle the car around and back over to the left-hand side as we head down the very long final stretch. Here in Miami as well, we are quite close to Verstappen here. I wonder if we can go for a move. We've got some good straight line speed. Verstappen might not be able to do much here at all as he tries to fend the inside. It's a late move from Verstappen. We'll still pull up alongside him as we hold the inside line. Verstappen trying to go around the outside. We lock up a little bit down towards the hairpin, and we are through on Max Verstappen. That was some very late defending from the Dutchman. But we do wiggle our way through on the Aston Martin, and into second place we go. That Aston Martin not looking up to scratch so far as Lando Norris takes a 2.5 gap out of us on the opening lap. But most importantly, we do get through the Aston Martin, and now we can try and see if we can close up that gap a little bit to Lando Norris up in front of us. But we had all the straight line speed over Verstappen there. There was nothing you could do about our straight line speeds. We were just triumphant on that top end speeds, which makes for a change. It's definitely quicker in the corners though, you can see that. And now we'll blitz out of turn 7. Car trying to get a little bit slidey there, and we'll put the power down. We'll use the battery here as well. Can we break away from Verstappen a little bit further down this straight? He's sitting in our slipstream down towards the middle sector. He's getting closer, but not close enough at the moment, and that will do it for the opening lap. Why the AI is so good in Sector 1? It's a very, low grip section on the track. and the AI are always very good in low grip sections. Which is why they're also very good in tracks like Hungary as well. A lot of that track is quite low grip and a lot of slow speed traction zones where the AI is strong too. They're very weird. Very, very weird. Not yet, Lucas. That'll be done after the sprint race. Light and Harry, I think they're on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you as well. Welcome in. Yeah, straight line speed is absolutely cooking. But in the corners is where we're struggling right now. 41.8 for Lando Norris, 0.3 faster on that lap. I've got to try and find a little bit more in the corners here, haven't I? Because that's where they're getting their time on me at the moment. You can see Verstappen gets back on my rear wing through the first sector. You can see it. I'm not trying to put my foot down the back end. Wants to kick out. Oh my god, look at the understeer through there as well. Oh, this is horrible. There's a reason why I don't like this track. That might be why right there. Verstappen's still hounding our rear wing. I've got to be a little bit careful with battery here. I'm using up quite a bit to try and defend from Max Verstappen, who has got a bit of a run on me here. While he try and go for a move, has a little look to the inside, doesn't go for it in the end. Can we try and use this section to maybe pull away from him a little bit? Leclerc fights for P4 with Schumacher. That wasn't too bad. Per middle sector, good stuff. They do get very poor exits out of the left-hander, though, all the time. They're not very good in that corner for whatever reason. Into the hairpin we go. .8. Verstappen's dropped off a little bit here now. 1.2 the gap. Leclerc and Schumacher are still fighting for P4 down there as well. They ain't giving it up at the moment. Yeah, this section here again. Look how much Verstappen closes up. And there's just like nothing I can do about it. I don't know, maybe he's running slightly higher downforce as well, I don't know, but I don't know what the AI run here on their wings.
I definitely think we need to stay.
And again, the moment we hit a straight, we just break away a bit longer, so.
We might be in a position to change soon.
Looks like it might be bowling on intermediate soon, chat. The rain is slowly easing up according to Mark, so prepare yourselves for an imminent pit stop. When that'll be, I'm not too sure, but we are getting close to it. What up, Pax? Nice grip out that corner again there. Just boost away from Verstappen a little bit further. Still 2 seconds to Norris, though, but struggling to gain on Norris, who's been very strong so far in the opening phase of the sprint. Battery's getting tight again now, though. 42.2 that time. Weather report. Weather report.
The rain looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track yet. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Oh, chat, you reckon we go for Inters? Rain's easing up. Either we go for Inters or we try and hold out for when it dries up and go for a medium or soft tyre then. You reckon Inters, yeah? What I will say, though, is I'm a little bit worried about the rejoin position. Our rejoin right now will probably be last, but if we catch up to the pack, it's going to be difficult to pass them. I am a little concerned about the rejoin right now. So I fear we might have to try and hold on a little bit longer. Everyone is still very grouped up together down there, so... We're doing okay, but... Going on to the Inter would definitely help if we can find the time. See what Lando does, you reckon? Full sends. There's been a strong lap so far from ourselves. Come on. How's that final sector? 41.6 for Lando. 41.6 for ourselves as well. So the fact we're seeing PBs and fast laps getting put down is very telling that this is very close to Inters. What do the tyre temps say? Let's have a look. Tyre temps are slowly coming up on the rears.
13 laps of fuel remaining.
I think it's really close, isn't it? I think it's really close. If Lando boxes, then box. If not, keep going. So you reckon we just copy Lando? I don't know. I feel like if anything, we should do the opposite of Lando if we want to try and get a win here, because Lando's pace is unbelievable. He's been really quick in the first 6 laps so far. Going early will be worth it. But we're going to get a lot of traffic, though. That's my one concern about pitting right now. It's the traffic. I'm definitely cool with pitting, but I'm really concerned about the rejoin. But I also think when one person pits, I think a lot of people are going to pit as well. Big train, exactly. And we'll be right in the thick of it.
Just be about time to come and change these tires.
KSR start making songs about me. We've got yellow flags. That's somewhere behind me, I think. Yeah, it is. Who is it? Oh, it's a Cadillac. Sergio Perez, I think. No, it's Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas out of the race. Our first retirement from the sprint. His wing mirror must have fell off. AO pit at the same time, yeah. I mean, these conditions are definitely suitable for Inters, no doubt. But yeah, I'm. Oh god. But where we will come out will be very, very telling of the situation, I think. How's that not a safety car? It's a sprint race. The safety cars are kind of bugged in sprint races in this game. Lando is just pulling away, though. Lando's pace is so good. Rejoin position right now, it says P21. So it'll be right towards the back of the grid when we pit. Yellows are still out for the stricken caddy.
Okay, clear.
Undercut, you know more than I do. Again, like I say, I'm all well and good for doing undercuts and stuff like that, but we cannot get traffic. We will lose more time being in traffic than what we're losing right now. We have to be really smart about how we pit. And that's why I'm kind of like against it at the moment in a way. 40.9 for Lando Norris. 41.1 for ourselves. Lando is just so quick right now. Obviously, Miami is where he scored his first ever win. A couple years ago. Schumacher, I hardly know her. I definitely know her. Tire temp right now is 81. They're overheating a little bit on the rear. I could try and get on some wetter stuff. Try and cool them down a little bit. But the rear tire is definitely starting to overheat now. That felt pretty good in the middle sector. We gained a little bit on Norris there too. Let's just stay on the damper part of the track.
Okay,
oh!
That's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive.
Aren't we lucky we didn't pit now, chat, huh? We have a red flag halfway through this sprint race. Oh, something has happened on that lap there. And we have a red flag.
If we play this right, we can get a nice advantage.
Wow.
Here.
Okay.
So think about how we handle the rest of this race.
Thank God we didn't pit, chat. Could you imagine we pit and then we got a red flag? That'd be so peak of my luck. So peak. Jesus. All right, so looking at the forecast, it looks like it is drying up, but I still can't put a dry tire on, so it must still be raining. The inters are the selected tire now. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be raining for the start, but maybe it'll very quickly turn dry. So we might have to be very careful on the strategy here. But if we have to start on inters, so does everyone else. So someone's spun took forever to get going. We'll have a look after in the replay to see what happened. But yeah, that is a I think we'd say welcomed red flag. It's not bad, I guess, but I'm just glad we didn't pit in the end. Okay. I mean, we have to go intermediates, no doubt about it. So let's see what the conditions are like, shall we? Here we go. Not a red flag in a hot minute, man. It's been a while. All right, here we go again.
Spot on. Come on.
Start number 2. We have a red flag here in Miami. We're underway for lap 10. And we've got a very poor start this time around. Lando Norris getting away well. Verstappen also getting away well as we go side by side through turn at number 1 and 2. And Verstappen unable to get through this time around. And we'll get through him on this occasion. Yellow flag. Someone has not got off the line well. And Esteban Ocon in the Haas is out of the sprint race as well. But yeah, the track is a lot better than what it was earlier. A lot better. So keep your eyes out on the weather, chat. We might see it dry up very soon. Very, very soon. Here comes Verstappen trying to get closer again down towards this middle section, but we're too far in front of him. Let's try and close up that gap to Lando Norris. That was good. That wasn't so bad at all. That was solid. Perfect middle sector. There we go. And now we'll slipstream Lando Norris all the way down towards the hairpin. He is actually pulling away a little bit in the straight here, but now we start to close up a little bit. I wonder if Ocon was trying to pull over and then the red flag happened. Maybe. I have had it in the past where when a red flag comes out, someone always retires after it. Had that happen a few times. Schumacher and Verstappen are fighting out of the final corner there.
Gap to your teammate.
Another red flag! What is happening?
Okay, and that's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive.
What's going on?
Straight to the pit lane, please.
We have another red flag in this sprint race. Is it dry now? It's dry!
This is essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race.
What is going on? The last time I had a red flag, I think was in our Brawn GP career in Hungary. And now I've got 2 in 1 sprint race. Oh, what is going on? I mean, I guess we have to use a soft tire now, huh? I don't think there's much question about that. I think we have to use a soft tire because the track has dried up now, so... Good God. All right, so that was a very short stint on the intermediate then. And then, yeah, we'll be on soft tires to the end. Will it last, the softs? I'd assume so. Softs should be fine for seven laps, right? Short stint on Inter. Are you telling me to do one now? I don't think we can. It won't let me. I can't put the Inters on now. Wow. Longest sprint race? I know, right? Okay, well, I guess we'll go with the soft tires then, huh? Wow. All right. Race restart lap with lap 13 then. So we do miss a couple laps there for the red flag. But here we go again, chat. Restart number 2. Start number 3. Can we try and get a better start this time compared to the last one? Here we go again. 5 red lights. It's a long haul this time, and we're back underway here in Miami. Lando Norris doesn't get a good start this time, and we will maybe take the lead at the opening corner. We're side by side through turn 1. Lando Norris around the outside will hold the lead here in Miami. This is outrageous, dude. What is going on? Lando Norris then back in the lead of the Miami GP. We nearly headed through turn 1, but didn't quite have the pace. And now I've got to try and, like, readjust my bearings to be... Are you kidding me? What's going on? And now I have a problem with the car. What is happening in this sprint race? Here comes Michael Schumacher. 900 mile an hour straight line speed down towards the chicane, apparently. He tries to wrap around the outside. We'll try and...
Seems to be an issue with that ERS.
Oh, for God's sake, bro! What is going on? I have no battery!
Okay, we have a problem with ERS.
Schumacher's hit the wall! Chat, what is going on? What is going on? I have no battery. It's back.
Fix the problem with the ERS. It should be back online now.
What is going on, bro? What's going on? 2 red flags. An ERS fault. Schumacher crashing into the wall. I have no words for what's happening right now. This is ridiculous. All right. I think the car is good again now, though. Flipping heck. Ferrari moment? Yeah, literally. Most normal Ferrari race. We need to have a look at what caused the red flags, though, because that was outrageous. All right. Did we get DRS on the Schumacher? I don't think we did. No, we did not. And I think Charles Leclerc might have DRS on us. We should be a little bit too far back, though, I think. Yeah, he is too far back. Let's try and use this section to close up to Schumacher. The duck has taken a dive, but that's okay. We didn't need him right now anyway. This is the first bit of dry running we've had this weekend. That was good. That was a really nice middle section there. I'm not going to push the battery too much. But we have got DRS on Schumacher. As we draw a little bit closer. Bit too far back to go for a move here, though. And we'll just sit behind him. That allowed us to charge the battery a bit more, though. This sprint is peak. It really is. Ferrari would have started you on hards and have you on wets now. True. Very true.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Fast lap of the race there. That DRS coming in quite useful towards the ends. Let's make sure we don't lose DRS on Schumacher this time, though, please. We're on lap 15 and 19, so already kind of towards the closing stage of this sprint. Look at the grip they get through turn 7. It's crazy, isn't it? They get ridiculous grip through turn 7. We have got DRS at least this time. Verstappen's down to P5 now. He qualified on pole. He's down to P5. Schumacher going around the outside of Lando Norris. Couldn't get it done. Come on. Good bit of recharge there as well. Charles Leclerc still sticking to my rear wing too. We might see a change for P1 here. Let's see. Should you always have ERS deploy on none? Mostly. Not all the time, but mostly. The only deploy mode you shouldn't use is hot lap. Otherwise, you always want to use none, medium, and then overtake when you're pushing a bit more.
Okay, Charles has just set the fastest lap of the race.
But like going through the slow speed corners and stuff when you're not overtaking, like here, this is a good chance to go into none and just charge up the battery a little bit. And then when you go into straight, you'll put it into medium. And then again, through here again, I'll switch it to none. Just because no one's going to overtake me here. I can't overtake either, so it's a good chance to regenerate a bit more. And then when I get onto the next straight, I'll be into medium. And because I'm a little bit further back from Lando Norris this time, I need to push a bit more, so I use some overtake. So you got to try and be quite balanced with the battery. Here goes Schumacher around the outside of Lando Norris. Gets the move done as well. Lando Norris. No, he doesn't. Sorry. No, Lando Norris holds the lead, actually. I thought Schumacher wrapped around the outside, but Lando Norris held on. Schumacher unable to take the lead at the moment. It's just that first sector we're a bit weaker in right now. But the top 5 all within a second of each other at the moment, so they're all looking quite threatening as we get DRS again on Michael Schumacher down towards the hairpin. Is it going to go for a move on Lando Norris? Looks to the outside for some reason and doesn't go for the move on Lando. Don't know why he looked to the outside there. And Lando Norris holds on again as we enter lap 17. This is the most pressure he's been under so far this weekend, though. Don't lose his guys here. Oh, God. Got me understeer. Wasn't too bad, though. Should be okay. Yeah, the exit of that first sector is where they gain so much of their time. DRS again. Leclerc gaining on me as well. Got to be a little bit careful behind me. Schumacher to the outside again on Lando Norris. And this time he will actually pull up alongside him. But Lando Norris again holds the lead. Or does he? Michael Schumacher diving on the inside for the right-hander. They're too wide. Watch it. Oh, Lando Norris still holds. Schumacher just cannot get past him right now.
Norris is just moving
Come on.
into first place.
We'll get DRS again here. And this time Schumacher goes for the inside. Lando Norris has finally lost the lead. Can we double it up? No, we can't. Lando Norris nearly going too deep. And that nearly has a bit of a concertina effect as well there as we nearly go into the rear left of Norris's tyre. Penultimate lap for sprint race. Here we go. What a wild sprint this has been, man. This has definitely been the most chaotic sprint race I've ever had. 2 red flags, an ERS issue, and Schumacher slamming into the wall right in front of us as well. Yeah, wild. Absolutely wild. Hopefully we can try and top it off with a good result, but I fear that we're not really able to get close up to these guys in front. Lando getting a little bit slippery on the exit. And Leclerc is close here. I might be in trouble, chat. This might cost us a podium. Here goes Leclerc to the right-hand side. Just had to back up the throttle there. And we will hold P3. Maybe, for now. Here comes Leclerc to the outside. Tries to pull up alongside us as we go through the left-hander. We've got the line. We're good. We'll hold off Leclerc this time. God, it's all going off right now. This is season 2. And now we'll tickle the diffuser of Schumacher as well. On to the last straight again. Here we go. Next lap's the last one, chat. This has been a wild, wild sprint race. And we got one more until it's over. Again, too far back on Schumacher to make a move here. The straight line speed in front is just a bit better than ours, really, in these conditions. We was quicker in the wet and the straight. Sorry, in the straights and the wet. But not in the dry, so that's interesting. Oh, hello. Risking a little bit loose. Yeah, season 1 was without it. And then we moved to Ferrari for season 2. I'm way too far back here, aren't I? Just out of curiosity, what was the tyre wear at the end of this? Let's see. We're going to do 7 laps of these soft tyres. The rear right went to 21%. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Here comes Charles Leclerc. We've got no battery here. Charles Leclerc going around the outside. I have no battery to fight him with here. And we'll try and plop alongside him down towards the left-hander. We had to go a bit of a dive there. Have to give him space on the inside, though. We're side by side with our teammate as we go through the chicane. Bit of contact there as we try and slip our way through on Charles Leclerc. Leclerc pulls out around the outside, and Leclerc snatches the podium away on the very final lap here in Miami. And he is just driven away out of that chicane as well. And we will have no chance of getting him back here. Charles Leclerc meant business on that final lap. Verstappen trying to get a little bit closer as well. And we are too far back on Leclerc to make the move. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will round out a chaotic Miami sprint race. Unfortunately, didn't even get a podium for ourselves, P4. But that was ridiculous, the amount of shenanigans going on in that sprint. We had 2 red flags. We had an ERS issue. We watched our championship rival Michael Schumacher slam into the wall. We had a crazy battle with Leclerc at the end there as well. And yeah, the changing conditions to go with that too. Jesus, there was too much to list. Oh man, that was brutal to lose out on the podium at the last second there, really. But yeah, that sums up that race, really, doesn't it? Lando Norris then does win the sprint race. He will pick up the full house of points. Apparently, it was a 67-minute sprint race. Has a sprint race ever gone that long before? Jesus. Schumacher finishes P2. Charles Leclerc in P3. Ourselves in P4. Verstappen, Piastri, Hulkenberg, and Russell scoring points with Sainz Sentinel in the top 10 as well. And you can see the rest of the results there too. 2 DNFs to go with that. Behrman and Hadjar apparently got a 5-second penalty too, so... Wow. Okay, we've got a lot to review here, chat, don't we? Let's have a look what caused that first safety car then. I don't even know where it was. Where even was it? I don't even know where it was. I think it might have been somewhere around here. Up, Darren. Oh, I have him behind. Here we go. Behrman spun it. Is there much need for a red flag for that? Really? That's an excessive red flag, no? Only Hadjar was, like, stuck behind him. Everyone else got through fine. That brought the red flag. That's a little bit premature, isn't it? Bottas actually got stuck as well. That was, I mean, the red flag came out before he even really got to that incident there. That seems a little bit premature for a red flag, in my opinion. Very premature. Let's have a look at what caused the second one, then. Wait, where was the second one? Lap 11. There's a red flag there. It's a McLaren. Okay, this one you could understand maybe a bit more. It always looks so dumb with that AI. What's the Red Bull doing in the wall here? Why is he driven into the wall? If there's one, like, clip to sum up the AI, that might be it right there, I ain't gonna lie. That might be it right there. They are weird sometimes. Very, very weird. But that's what caused a second red flag. One, the McLaren spinning it round. But, yeah. Jesus. What a messy sprint race. Very messy. All right. There we go. that's race number 1 done. We've still got entire 70, well, not 70, sorry, 52 laps, I think it is. 53 maybe, here in Miami. Let's have a look. Is this 26 DLC? No, we're using mods. 57 laps. A bit more than I thought. Right, chat. There we go. That is the first race of the night done here in Miami. We've still got another entire 57-lap race to look forward to coming up next, though. So that is going to be very spicy. But first, we have qualifying. And before that, don't forget, chat, it's time for the Wheel of Doom, baby. It's time for the Wheel of Doom. Prepare to get doomed. We want this one. If it loads. There we go. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the challenge wheel. If you guys are new here and you're looking at this being like, what the hell is this? Very simply, every single Grand Prix, we have a challenge of some sort that we need to complete, which will add a little bit more difficulty to the Grand Prix. We've had a few difficult ones already in the first few races, but as you can see, we've got many different things on here, some of them easier than others, and there is also one that makes a spin for double, the black one right here you can see, which is the death one, basically. So if we land on that one, we have to spin the wheel twice to decide 2 challenges to do in this race. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out what we are going to get for today's challenge.
I can't believe it's been 5 months.
Those 5 months have flown by, Morgan. Safe to say. Thank you much for the 5 months, Morgan, on the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, my dude. Here we go. Let's see what we get. For today's challenge, we are... Oh, wait. Hold up, chat. That might need a VAR check. That might need a VAR check. That's very close to single time for quali and 1 new part. Hold up. Can I even VAR check this? Let me have a look. Let me see if we can VAR this. Oh, I think it is just in the green, isn't it? It's very minuscule, but I think it's just in the green. Hold on, I think we've got to draw the lines, haven't we? I think we've got to draw the lines. How do I draw lines on Snip? I don't know, can I even do that? I don't think I can. Never mind. But yeah, I think it is in the green. It's very, very small, but it's just about in the green. So, today's challenge, chat's not too bad. We've got to take 1 new part for today. That ain't too bad. I think for a sprint weekend, that's actually a bit of relief, if anything, to have something that minor. I do think, though, it's going to be a 10-place penalty, I think, for whatever we take. 1 extra picks on the green. Yeah, it's very close. It's very, very close. Question is, chat, what do we take? Maybe an energy store? The ICE typically wears the most. But the energy store and control electronics are the lesser parts, so... Should we spin it, actually? Maybe we should wheel spin it. Should we wheel spin to decide, what we take? That's probably the best way of doing it, isn't it? So we've got the ICE, we've got the MGUK, the MGUH, energy store, turbocharger, control electronics, and the... Do you know what? I won't even add gearbox. There's no point doing gearbox. There's no point doing gearbox. Did we win or lose? We finished P4, Dewey, so unfortunately we lost. All right. We'll play inside the championship. We currently lead it right now, but the gap might have come down a little bit. All right, we'll do it elimination style to see what we will be taking for the day. So, staying safe is going to be the internal combustion engine. Okay, fair enough. Like I said, that's the part that wears the most, so that being gone is interesting. Next to be safe is the turbocharger. Yep, the turbocharger will remain. No penalty for that one. Next one, control electronics. I mean, those are the lesser ones, isn't it? The turbocharger. Oh, no, the energy store's still there, actually. So it will be one of the MGUH, the MGUK, or the energy store that we'll be taking for our penalty. And the energy store will stay safe. So it's going to be one of the battery units, interestingly enough. The yell during the clap kills me. So it'll be an MGUH or an MGUK. One of the motor generator units will be the one we take for today. So staying safe out the two will be the MGUK. The MGUH will be the part that we take for today's Grand Prix. I think... Is that a 5 or a 10? Taking a new MGUH. It doesn't say on here, does it? It might be a 5, it might be a 10. I'm genuinely not too sure. But that'll be what we have to do for today, at least. So, unfortunately, if we qualify in pole position, we will not keep our pole position, which makes it a little bit difficult. So, all right. Here we go then, chat. Time for the qualifying here in Miami. We've had one qualifying session already, and that was in the sprint quali where we qualified in P3. Can we try and go a little bit better today and qualify a little bit higher? Having that penalty will obviously make things a little bit more difficult, but hopefully we can still qualify well as well. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get underway for quali here in Miami. I thought it was 10 if it's the first time we replaced it. I thought that was only applicable to the ICE.
Miami, and welcome to qualifying.
Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is...
Hopefully it does a Monaco and doesn't penalize you. It probably will. Once we leave the garage, it will confirm what the penalty is. It will be one of a 5 or a 10. But let's find out. Actually, a little bit cloudy out here, isn't it, at the moment? Not too cloudy. Okay, here we go then. So we have got a medium tire we could use for quali here. Maybe we'll use that medium tire for a lap or two and just see if we can try and get something out of it. If we can get through to Q2 using just a medium tire, that'll be very useful as well. So let's give it a go and see what we can do. And let's see what the penalty is as well.
The car's ready. Let's get it out there.
How I drove right? No, it's much difference in the car. I would definitely say it's quicker. It's definitely quicker than the Audi, I think. Although saying that, we did just lose to an Audi. But feeling-wise, not massively different, I'd say. Okay, 5th place. 5th place penalty, that's not too bad, is it? That's definitely one of the lighter punishments we could have got for today's race, so... If we qualify P1, we will start P6. So qualifying will still have its importance for today. We need to qualify as well as possible to try and limit how much we drop down, really. Team in red tries to abuse VAR since one before. VAR always wins. I was just making sure. I wasn't trying to abuse it. I was just trying to make sure. Anyone know when the 26 DLC will drop? It's the projection is currently in June. So we've still got probably a couple months until the DLC drops. Still a good bit of time. Just got F125 for my PC. What are some things I should try first? Getting mods. I mean, if you've played F125 on console and stuff before, you probably already know how it works. So, yeah, why not? Why not start a modded career mode or something? Obviously, bear in mind that if you do put mods into your game, you won't be able to play online. So, do bear that in mind. All right. Let's just open up the gap a little bit to the marker in front of us, just to make sure we don't get any dirty air from it. Open this final corner, and away we go for our first lap. Are mods only available for PC? Yes. You can't get mods on console. Right, here we go. Oh, I bit understood that. Some very unwelcome understeer. And that left-hander. Great first sector as expected. Oh, God. That was snappy there as well. Car's not really pulled together right now, is it? 26.7 for Lance Stroll to get us going. Down towards the hairpin we go, pub middle sector. 25.7 for George Russell, the Mercedes now. Let's use up all this battery. What was the wheel spin? We took a new MGUH. So basically a 5 post grid penalty. What's the lap we go? 25.8. That's not bad, I don't think, actually. 25.8 is not too shabby at all. I think we'll do one more lap on the medium just to be 100% safe. But we are faster than Charles Leclerc, our teammate, who's on a soft tyre. So that's a very strong sign. Well, we've got the fuel to do one more run, so might as well make the most of it. We'll recharge the battery and go for another one next time around. Yeah, if we didn't have to take that the entire grid penalty out in Australia, this would have been a 10 place grid penalty. But because we already took this part, it's only a 5. So if we qualify P1, we will start P6, P2, P7, P3, P8, so on and so forth. Just add 5 onto every qualify. And that's where we start for this Grand Prix. So unfortunately, we will not be getting a pole position for our record book, which is a shame. So let Lando Norris go here. I think that Haas behind us isn't on a lap, so it should be okay to stay ahead. All right, here we go. Let's try one more time on this medium tyre, see if we can try and find it a little bit more time. And really cement our position into Q2. Even Verstappen and the Aston Martin's only gone P4, so yeah, looking okay here. All right, here we go. 25.7 for Lando Norris. Ooh, that's a little bit of an ugly turn one. It was a slightly ugly turn 1, but it was good enough to slightly improve at the time. Will we have DRS in the F1 26 DLC? No. They should have a feature where you can stay on the pit lane. I agree, that'd be sick. Don't do it, Lando. Thank you. Oh, what a middle sector. A little bit of contact on the right-hand side there, but shouldn't cause too much of an issue. That was a beauty of a middle sector that time around. This might be a P1 lap time hit. And we go for the final corner. What a lap this is. Nearly 6/10 up. We might be 6/10 across the line. It's very close. It's a 25.2 on a medium tyre. That is a beauty of a lap time. And for a medium tyre, I mean, we should be nowhere near this high up. But I am very, very happy with that. Very much the opposite of what happened in Japan. I mean, the information we have so far about the 2016... Oh, wow, Lewis Hamilton. Okay. That's humbling. The information we have about the F1 26 DLC so far is that they are trying to replicate the regulations as close as possible, which means there won't be DRS, which means that hopefully we will have Madrid as part of the DLC. But unfortunately, since they kind of announced they were doing a DLC, they haven't really said a lot, which is a bit concerning in my opinion, but we'll see. Sainz goes P3, Piastri and Norris P4 and 5 as well. When will it be released? In June is the current expectation. All right, let's head back into the pits. I think that should be us done for SQ1 though. That contact with the wall did up the front right tyre a little bit, 10%. But we're not going to see this tyre again this weekend, so not too big of a problem. All right. Into the pits we go. What's the difference between a DLC and a normal game? Well, DLC is a content package for a game that's already out. A normal game is its own separate title. What's about to play just F1 25 though, right? Yeah, of course. Of course you can. The way that the DLC will work, I'd imagine, will be the same way as, you know, when like you can pick the F2 cars and stuff like that in single player mode. I'm sure the F1 26 DLC will work exactly the same as that. Just that to access the 26 cars, you'll need to buy the DLC essentially. It'll work the exact same as the F2 cars though. In the game, you get to choose basically. Why is my eyes so itchy? Ugh. Damn. Right. We are currently half a tenth down on Lewis Hamilton right now, but like I say, we did a medium tyre there, so I'm very happy with that lap time, all things considered. Carlos Sainz wasn't too far away from us there either. I think that lap should be very much more than enough to get us through to Q2. Charles Leclerc in P10, Schumacher P9, Verstappen P11. A few poor lap times there, so they're going to have to improve a little bit to guarantee themselves a place, but I'm fairly happy with that lap time, so let's retire from Q1 and see how we finish up. Do we drop any places? We drop a couple. We drop down to P4 at the end of Q1. That's not too bad, so Lewis Hamilton retains that top spot, then Carlos Sainz in second, Piastri in third. We drop down to P4, Russell in fifth, Lando Norris sixth, Sergio Perez in P7 there as well. Great lap from the Mexican. Schumacher, Herger, and Hulkenberg in that top 10 and through to Q2. Our teammate and Verstappen all through to Q2 as well. Anthony Bottas, Albon, and Ocon all through to the next session too. And then leaving us in Q1, it will be Franco Colapinto, Gabriel Bortoleto, Liam Lawson, Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Ollie Behrman. They are all knocked out in the opening session. But that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for Q1. On to Q2 we go. Probably storage could be up to 200 gigabyte. Nah, it shouldn't be.
We've got a bit of a situation at the moment. Seems like something's off with the fuel injection system. We're looking into it, but we're going to be out of action for a few minutes.
What a lovely way to start Q2. A fault with the fuel system. Perfect. Right. I mean, we're going to be sitting in the pits for a little bit then, aren't we? What was the penalty? We took a new MGUH as part of the challenge. So it'll be a 5-place grid drop for that. All right, well, we'll be sitting in the garage for a few minutes then, watching everyone do the laps, being very jealous. Let's see, we've got the first lap times being put down now. Schumacher does a 24.6, so does Lando Norris. Verstappen, 25.1. Leclerc, 25.3. Carlos Sainz, 25.2 as well. Okay. All the lap times coming through. Okay. So 24 points. That's a very strong lap time at 24.6. And only 15,000 separating the top two of Lando Norris and Schumacher as well. So, right. Let's go out on the soft tires then. We'll drop the fuel to 2.9 and go from there. All right.
Everyone
let's
ready?
do it.
Okay, let's go.
Cadillac into Q2 on home soil. Indeed, yeah. What was that damage? It was basically like a fault with the car, basically, that you sometimes get at the start of a qualifying session. It's just a fuel system fault. If you skip the time, it'll clear, but obviously it costs you a little bit of running on the track. Up, Howick.
We've been pushed down into P14.
All right, let's get these tires up to temperature. It's a very sunny day this time round, isn't it? Bit of a change up since spring quali. There's a Call of Duty film coming out next year. Is there actually? Oh, buddy. I feel like that film could be great or terrible and no in between. One month to Forza Horizon 6 and 2 weeks to Miami. Yes, sir. Although I'm not thinking too much of Miami. I'm thinking more about Brands Hatch, personally. You know what film I would want made from a game? I want Red Dead Redemption 2. If they did a Red Dead as a film, I think that would be a banger. That would have so much damn potential. Alright, here we go. Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite games. Amazing story as well. Oh, that's white. It's called Unforgiven. Red Dead is based off the film More Like. And when was that released?
Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed down to P16.
Whoa, that was limiting there as well. It's not been our smoothest lap so far. 1992. Need I say much more? Call of Duty very similar to the Halo in film version of fight and action scenes. I never actually watched the Halo film. And then they also made a film about Assassin's Creed as well, right? But I don't think that got very good reviews from what I remember. Let's let me go. 25-0, yeah, not a great lap. Not a fantastic lap. But puts the P4 for now. Vince, what's your last name, bro? You just said it. That first sector is frying you. I hate the first sector in Miami. The first sector is an abomination. If this first sector didn't exist in Miami, maybe I'd like the track more. It's this corner here. This one. I hate it. Turn 7. It's disgraceful. My first name is Mike. Everyone does. And the thing is, like, you can't really, like, try and open up the corner anymore, because if you touch the, this, like, blue stuff here, you just have zero grip, and you just start chunder steering. It's grim. Really grim. Try and brake a tad more, bit more to go on the front in the first sector, the hairpin bit. Yeah, I tried to use like the brakes to try and get a bit of rotation in the car, but I mean, maybe 55 brake bites might be a little bit too high to accomplish that. But yeah. All right, into the pits we go. His first name is that guy. First name that, middle name guy. Who's P1? I think it was Schumacher. at the moment. Right, let's see if that lap is enough to get us through to Q3. I know we're a little bit away from the top guys, but if we're far enough away from the guys in the red zone, then we should be okay. It's actually not. Ugh. Our teammate is currently in the drop zone right now. 3/10? It's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot. We're actually closer to the drop zone than we are to P1. That's not a great sign, I don't think. I mean, the gap to, like, Albon is quite nice. 8 tenths there, 5 tenths to Ocon as well. Do I see Bottas going faster than us? Not really. I think I might risk it and stay in the pits. I think I'm going to risk it and stay in the pits, I think, chat. I'm going to take the gamble. This might backfire, but let's see. Oh, we're good. We're good. I was definitely right about Bottas not going faster than us because he is knocked out in Q2. All right, so we do drop a bit of a few positions there, but nothing too crazy. Look at that top 3, though, in Q2. Michael Schumacher was 15 thousandths ahead of Max Verstappen, and ahead of Lando Norris, and Verstappen was only 1,000 behind Lando Norris there as well. But yeah, 16 thousandths across the top 3 is crazy close. Herjar in P4, Leclerc P5, Hamilton P6, Russell P7, ourselves in P8 right now as well, and then Sainz and Piastri in at that top 10. Leaving us in Q2 is Valtteri Bottas, Albon, Ocon, Perez, Hulkenberg, and Kimi Antonelli. They are all out in the second session. So, into the final session we go, ladies and gentlemen. We sit P8 right now, plenty of work to do. Can we try and find some time on the top contenders? Let's find out. Into the final session we go. Here in Miami. Gonna have to lock in big time here. Gonna have to lock in big time. Right, I want to try and save a soft tire for the Grand Prix. So I'm going to use this old soft tire for our first lap. And then we'll jump onto a fresh soft tire for our final one after as well. And that should be good. Alright. What's our fuel actually? Let's make sure that's the minimum. Yep, 2.9. Sweet. All right, let's go on track.
All clear the garage, please. Car's ready to leave.
Books aren't usually that expensive. It's probably like no more than like what, 20 quid at most. Probably cheaper than that, to be honest with you. I'm not much of a book guy though. The last time I read a book was probably when I was like in my young teens. Yours is 8 quid. There you go. Yeah, that says a lot. Right, let's get these tires up to temperature. And let's see what we can do. Let's get us a little bit of clear air here as well. Don't want these guys around us, really. The rear tires are a little bit higher on wear here, 7 and 6%. But that shouldn't cause too much of an issue. This lap time won't be a very quick one, I don't think, but... Go on, Shaw. It's okay. I'll give you space. Back up a little bit more. We've got an Aston Martin not far behind us, so can't back up too much. All right. Here we go. Out the hairpin we go to start queue at number 3. Let's try and get a good confident lap down. Oh, God. Rear tire's got a little bit loose through turn 1 and 2, but should be okay. That actually wasn't too bad through turn 7 that time. Even on worn tyres. That's a great middle sector. Might get a little bit of a toe from Charles Leclerc here. 24.6 again from Schumacher, same as what he did in Q2. Might be getting a little bit of a toe from our teammate. Not a big one, though, I don't think. That's probably a little bit turning the brakes there, too. And then there's some more time to find that final sector. Here we go to the line. Charles Leclerc has disappeared a little bit here as he crossed the line. And we will cross the line. We go ahead of our teammate, and 24.9 is the lap time we do. Verstappen now takes that top spot with a 24.5. We're 4 tenths away from the top as we finish up our first lap. I think a 24.9 is actually quite a decent lap, though.
Okay, we've only got one
that was faster than we did in Q2 on a fresh soft tyre, so I like that. I do like that. Failure, I think that follow me. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. All right, let's get back to the pits. Have a look at the lap times, analyze what we need to improve, and see if we can try and find those improvements on the final run. So we've got 7 minutes to go. There, plenty of time. I think everyone's probably done their lap now. Piastri's P2. The McLaren finally looking strong. To be fair, Lando Norris looking quite strong in the sprint race as well, to be fair. Just got some bad luck with those red flags, really. Sainz doing Williams plus P4. Yep. Sainz has been a really good qualifier so far this season. But the moment it gets to race pace, he drops off a lot. That Williams seems like a very strong qualifying car, but no more than that in this second season. What difficulty got it on? 110. We're on max AI. All right. We finished P4 in the sprint. Without the red flags, we probably definitely would have finished P2, I think. Because we managed to hold off Verstappen as well. But, yeah, in the try, unfortunately, the pace just wasn't quite there. So we lost out towards the end. As is, you'd start P10. Yep. At the moment, we would start 10th place. Which, the problem is, I'm not very good around Miami. This is where the issue lies for me. I don't think Miami's that bad for a track for overtaking as such. It's just that my performance around Miami is quite weak, typically. So I'm a bit worried that we'd struggle being P10, but, what can you do? All right. Let's have a look at these timings. Where can we try and find some more time in the lap? So, as expected, middle sector is very good. First sector, we are 3.5 tenths down on Max Verstappen. We are one of the weaker drivers in the first sector, unsurprisingly. Final sector, there is definitely a lot of time to find there because Charles Leclerc, our teammate, was nearly 5 tenths quicker than us in the final sector. So we've got to try and find someone in that final sector. I think a lot of that time probably came from the fact I broke a little bit too early into the hairpin. So that would find us at least a 10th there, I reckon. And I think some general lap time will be found from a fresh tyre here too. What's the difference between a fresh soft and an old soft? 6.5 tenths. Wow, that's a lot, actually. 6.5 tenths between an old soft and a fresh soft? I mean, if we find that 6.5 tenths, that would put us P1 by a mile. But it's a question of whether we can find it or not. Then that means you need to race around Miami more. The problem is, the more the race around Miami, the more my mental sanity decreases. So, I'd need therapy, I think, after doing more Miami. Doing one weekend is more than enough, I think, for me. Okay, so yeah. A lot of time to find that final sector, I think. That's where a lot of our improvement can come from. Okay, fresh soft tires are bolted on. Fuel is set to the minimum. All right, let's put the timing down to around 3 minutes, and we should start seeing the first cars Heading out on track for the final laps of the day. Yeah, we can definitely find 3/10, I think. 100%. I'd like to try and push towards that front row. But we'll see. What's the challenge for this race? We had to take a brand new engine part. The wheel decided it must be the MGU-H we took. So we basically have a 5-place grid penalty for the Grand Prix.
Okay, engines fired up.
Fairly easier challenge, all things considered. But for a track like Miami, I think that actually could have a bigger impact than we expect. But alas, we will find out. Right, here we go, chat. Our first lap was a 24.9. We need to find ourselves a big chunk of time if we want to try and compete for that pole position. Don't forget, we do have a 5-place grid penalty as per the challenge wheel. So if we do qualify P1, we'll actually start in P6. So we've got to bear that in mind when we cross the line. As it stands, if we stay in P5, we'll line up in 10th place. So that would be not good at all, really, would it? So we definitely want to try and find some more time to bump us up the grid and give us a better chance of getting some good points in this Grand Prix. Imagine a 6-hour race of all your most hated corners. Oh, dude. I think I would intentionally bin it on that one just to avoid doing that. All right, let's focus on some more front tire temp. We are the last car out there right now as well. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that Audi is. Unless he was ahead of the mark. I don't know. Is there no more rain expected? Yeah, it should be dry for the rest of the weekend. Not today, Hangman. On Saturday, I'll be doing an entire day of LMU then. I might, no guarantee, but I might throw up a smaller stream tomorrow with some LMU. Maybe. I'll see. All right, here we go. Final lap of qualifying. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in. Barely up right now. Come on, that's a good middle sector. 3/10 up. Stay that way. Come on, stay that way. Don't go down. Oh, was that too deep? No, it was actually pretty good. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. What a final corner. Hold up, chat. That might be outstanding. Here we go to the line. 24.3. That might be P1.
Excellent lap.
It is P1, ladies and gentlemen. We've qualified on pole position, which means we will start this Grand Prix in P6. We found so much time in that final corner there. Wow. I think we was only like 2.5 tenths up heading into that hairpin. And then all of a sudden, we were 6 tenths up. So that was a huge hairpin there. And we do find ourselves starting P1. Well, qualifying P1 will actually start in P6 for this Grand Prix. So that is not bad at all. That is definitely a best case scenario from a worst case scenario. Verstappen will line up on pole position with Piastri alongside him. Schumacher and Sainz will line up on the second row together as well. And then we'll line up behind our teammate who starts in P5. We'll start in P6. Interesting. Very interesting. That was a great final sector, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the sector times there. That must have been a massive improvement. Oh, wow. Look at that final sector, chat. Wow. Look at that final sector. I'm pretty sure all of that time was just because I broke a little bit later at the final hairpin. Not by much. I think it was only by like maybe 15 meters. But it has made a massive, massive difference. A 24.672 for our first lap, and then a 24.346 for our final lap. That is an immense final sector there. Really, really good. Our middle sector was fantastic as well, to be fair. 31.274. That was, you know, 2.5 tenths quicker there too. So, yeah, that was a really, really good lap. Much, much better. And we do find ourselves on pole position. However, with that 5-place penalty, we started P6. So, pretty brutal. But like I say, I think that's definitely the best case scenario right there. So, I'm happy with that. Hopefully, we could try and get a good start to this Grand Prix. I think the FIA should introduce more sprints to cover the points teams would have gotten if they didn't have the US Grand Prix for the Middle East. I'm sure they probably tried to maybe think about that sort of thing, but again, adjusting a schedule or a weekend schedule is much easier said than done, because there are going to be so many other support series and stuff for you know, certain weekends. Like I'm sure in Brazil, for example, there are sprint race there, but outside of the sprint race, outside of the F1 stuff, they also have support races. They have F2, they have F3, they have F1 Academy, they have the Porsche Cup races. They probably have some other stuff that they do from time to time as well. So they would need to reschedule and cancel other stuff just to fit in for their own sake. And I don't think that would happen. That would not happen. No, it was a Monaco sprint. True. Very true. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. It is time for the Miami Grand Prix. We have 57 laps of racing action here to come. It's going to be a tricky race, this one. For those of you guys who are just joining us, we qualified on pole position, but the Wheel of Doom decided that we must take a 5-place penalty for a new MGU-H unit. So we will start in P6 despite qualifying on pole position. But starting P6 is definitely not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. We found a lot of time on that final lap, and hopefully we can try and get some more time out of it in the Grand Prix. We've got 57 laps to try and recover some points here. Let's see what we can do. This is how the Drivers' Championship is shaping up heading into this race as well. You can see we are currently in the championship right now on 80 points. We are 22 up on Michael Schumacher, who did outscore us in the sprint race by a couple positions, and he gets a couple points over us heading into this race as well. And I think he'll start ahead of us as well. There might be others who have engine penalties as well. We'll have to find out as we go. But yeah, for now, we start in P6 on projection. We'll see if anyone else has a penalty and if we move up a place or two. But yeah, 6th place is where we start for the time being. While the race goes up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go take a quick set-up break. If you guys can grab a drink or a snack, now's a chance to do so. And then we'll be back in a few moments' time, ready for 57 laps of racing action here in Miami.
Formula One has arrived in the Sunshine State for spectacular sunsets, gentle breezes, warm waters, and for what will be a fantastic race day here at the Miami International Autodrome. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Michael Schumacher, Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Wang, Norris, Hamilton, Hadjar, and George Russell, Albon, Nico Hülkenberg, and Antonelli, Bortoleto, Lawson, Lance Stroll, and Pierre Gasly, Colapinto, Behrman, Bottas, And Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, you know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right.
Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres
hot
are
in the
even
cock?
hotter than
What?
that. You've got to work really hard today to keep them cool, otherwise we're going to suffer with our performance.
Yes, boss. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the Miami Grand Prix. The only race 26 cars that make Monaco for was fine was because all the races are asked now, even the playing fields. I'm very curious to see what the current regulations will be like in Monaco. I don't think they'll make that much of a difference, really. I think the other thing I want to see as well is I want to see what these cars are like in the wet, too. I feel like we haven't really had a wet race or anything yet, already sort of wet runnings. It's been impossible to really say how these cars are in the wet and what the racing's like in the wet. I do remember that in pre-season testing, we saw Lindblad bin it in, not pre-season testing, it was like before then even. They were doing their own private running and he binned it, but we'll try, Wolf. No worries, Darren, good luck. Did Lindblad crash in Japan in the wet? No, he crashed in Imola in their own private testing, but yeah. Right, let's have a look at some strategy, shall we, chat? So the medium hard is the projected one-stop strategy, as we kind of expect. Obviously, with it being a sprint race, the tires are a little bit limited on what we can get. So, thought I had my thingy on here, and that one, okay. The other alternative is starting on the soft tire and trying to do a two-stop. But I do worry the soft tires might be a little bit difficult to try and keep under control. We saw in the sprint race, we tried to start on the soft tires, and they were kind of worn out after, like, what? 6 laps, basically, really, weren't they? So, let's drop the fuel down to about 56. That should be good. 1 lap down. I'm going to go a bit low, actually, I reckon. 1.5. Start medium, play it by after that, you reckon? What's everyone else starting on? Everyone in the top 10 is pretty much on a medium tire. Everyone below the top 10 is primarily on a soft tire. We've got a couple on mediums and hards, but yeah. Everyone in the top 10 is starting on mediums, so they might be trying to two-stop it, but I think there's probably a bigger chance to do a one-stop, right? What if we did the opposite of everyone around us? What if we did a hard tire for the start? What's Cadillac doing? Perez on the hards, and yeah, they're both on the hard tires. They are going reverse to everyone, apparently. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, to be honest. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think we could be inverting to everyone here, and I feel like we could do okay with that. What do it look like on this? 31 on the hards, 26 on mediums. It's fine, I guess. It's not really that much of a difference, really, is it? The problem is, I feel like if we start on the hard tires, we're kind of already committing to the one-stop, right? No safety this one, let's go hards. I also worry about any, like, safety cars as well, but I feel like, obviously, that could happen at any point, really, couldn't it? So, yeah, starting on the hard tires, we probably will be a little bit slow at the start, but hopefully the race will come to us as the race goes on. So, yeah. All right. Should we lock that in? Yeah, we'll be doing a slightly longer stint than the guys in the hards. If we wanted to... Actually, let me have a quick look. If we wanted to two-stop it, while staying on hard tyres, when would we want to do it? $23 on the hard tyres would be the territory for a 2-stop. So 1 stop, we need to get to lap 31. 2 stop, we need to get to 23. Interesting. Okay. All right. I think we start on hard tyres, chat. I think we're going to do the inverted thing to everyone else here. Everyone in that top 10 is on a medium tyre. We're on the hard tyres. Okay. What do we do for our prediction then, chat? That is the next question. What do we do for our prediction in today's race? We obviously tried to go for the win in the sprint race. Unfortunately, missed out on that. We do start a little bit lower than we did in the sprint quali as well. We're starting P6 this time. We did qualify P1, but obviously that 5-place penalty for the new MGUH has set us back a little bit. So, Ferrari versus McLaren, you reckon? That could be a good one, yeah. Ferrari versus McLaren? The McLarens right now are 2nd and 7th. The Ferraris are 5th and 6th. So that could be an interesting one, especially with us being on the different strategy there too. I don't mind that, I think. I think it could be a good one. 31 laps on the hard will be a grind, unfortunately. That's just the way it is, unfortunately, for a sprint race. You kind of have to grind out the laps. It's quite annoying, but nothing you can do about it. All right, let's run that. Who will score the most points out of Ferrari and McLaren? The old classic rivalry between Ferrari and McLaren, the two OGs in the sport, really. And yeah, that should be a good one. We're in 5th and 6th. The Ferrari's in 2nd and 7th. So this should be a spicy one, I think, for that prediction. So let's run that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is time to get ourselves ready for some racing action here in Miami. We start in P6 for this Grand Prix. It was a very solid qualifying. We qualified P1, but today's challenge was that we had to take a fireplace grid penalty in the for taking a new MGUH. So we've got a new MGUH in the car, just like we had in Australia, and now we start in P6 instead of the original P1. Today's prediction will be between McLaren and Ferrari. Which of the two teams will score the highest points? Make sure you get predictions up in a moment. And this is a strategy we are hoping will beat the McLarens as well. We are starting on the hard tyres for 31, going for mediums for 26 shortly after that as well. That's the one-stop strategy. Then if we decide to do a 2-stop, it'll be 23 on hards, 20 on mediums, and 14 on softs. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, today's prediction will be between Ferrari and McLaren. Who will score the highest points out of those two teams? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Miami Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up right now. Which team will score the most points in the Miami Grand Prix? Will it be the Ferraris or will it be the McLarens? Get your predictions up right now. The Ferraris are in 5th and 6th. The McLarens in 2nd and 7th. Get your predictions in right now.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the Miami Grand Prix. We start this one in P6. And as you can see, we're on the hard tires for this one as well. Let's try and get a good starting position on our grid spot. We are on the left-hand side or right-hand side? We're on the right-hand side for the start of this race. Tires are a little bit cold here as well, but let's see what we can do from the start here. 0.4 on our marks. Here we go. Beaver thing that follow me. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. Nearest prediction by 1 second. Brutal. You'd have to bet in your mind then. Bet in spirit. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights here in Miami. It's lights out, away we go for the Miami Grand Prix. It was a decent start off the line. Charles Leclerc covering us off early as he takes to the inside line. On the inside corner will go around the outside of Charles Leclerc. There's no stopping us around the outside there. We've got to give him room back on the inside through turn 3. And we're through on our teammate Charles Leclerc and into P5 early on here. Great start from ourselves. It's a 2 wide going on in front between Piastri and Max Verstappen. Verstappen just filtering his way through and holding on to the lead. Schumacher in 3rd, Sainz in 4th, and ourselves in 5th place. Solid start for ourselves. We try and push away down the back straight. We'll try and hold that slipstream on Carlos Sainz. Our teammate Charles Leclerc trying to get closer as we'll hold the inside line. Leclerc looks to the outside. Will not make a move here. All does is he looks to the inside. And we get a little bit checked up by Carlos Sainz. But we do hold off Charles Leclerc on the opening lap so far. And still in P5 at the moment. Piastri and Verstappen still 2 wide. And that is going to cause a bit of a car park here between everyone behind him. And Piastri takes the lead. Big ton of events for the prediction there. McLaren are leading that so far then. Yeah, Lando has lost out to Hamilton and Russell, I think. But I think he's trying to get back past at the moment. So we'll see if he makes any gains anytime soon. Verstappen and Schumacher fighting away for P2 here. Verstappen not getting a great start to this race. Out for final corner we go. 34-0 for Piastri to get us going as Sainz goes to the outside at turn 1. Why? There was no space on the outside. Why did they do that? AI moment, I guess. At one point I had 300,000. I lost it all. Yep. That's the problem with gambling. It's very easy to lose it all, just like that. And suddenly the wife leaves you, the kids leave you, you lost your job, you have to sell your car and your house and all sorts. It's horrible. It's not a good time. Nice bit of DRS down here as well. Just pull away from Leclerc a little bit further. As we'll try and harvest up some battery. Not quite able to get close enough to Sainz for a move just yet. Again, we are on the more durable tyre right now, so don't expect this to be too much quicker than the guys around us. That's a lot. We've got the pace on Sainz. Just got to be a little bit patient for a move. And the purple middle sets to go there as well. And we've got yellow flag somewhere too. That's the other Red Bull, which is, I think that's Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton has pulled up already. Oh, wow. And yeah, it's not had a great start with Red Bull, is he? On lap 2, Lewis Hamilton in the Red Bull is going to be out of the Grand Prix. Verstappen goes fastest so far. We've got 2 purple sectors there, but weren't able to go fast, unfortunately. I'll tell you what, Hamilton is still going round. Maybe he's got a puncture. Is he creeping it back to the pits? Oh, no, there we go.
I've got some information on the Hamilton for you. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I thought for a moment he might have had a puncture because he went round that final corner and I thought he'd have put up before then, but I guess not. So Lewis Hamilton is out of the race then. Nearly made it to lap 3. There's only 1 corner away. But on the second lap of the race, Hamilton is out. It's good for Lando. Yeah, it does give him a free position, doesn't it? And the top 6 right now are all very close to each other. And there's a bit of a gap to where Russell is down in P7. And we'll try and harvest a little bit more through this very technical section here. Lando's P9 right now. Has he lost another one? Ain't no way Isaac Hadjar overtook him off the Hamilton DNF. That's hilarious. Hold up. We've got the run on Sainz here. Look at that straight line speed. Sainz did not see that one coming. Up the inside, we've got Carlos Sainz. He's going to try and hold the outside. Don't continue on the brakes. I've got a little bit too late. Sainz tries to switch back out the final corner, but we have the grip. And we have got the position as well, as Hamilton's truck and Red Bull is still sat on the left-hand side there. And into P4 we go then. Why is Schumacher lifting at turn 1? I think I saw Sainz do that as well. P4 then for ourselves. Good start. 2 positions gained in the first few laps at the moment. Excellent stuff. Oh, I just realized my TikTok got taken down. How long has that been down for? Hold up, chat. For inactivity. Did it go down when it went to the bathroom? In no way. I think he got taken. I think he got taken down when I went to the bathroom, bruh. Man can't even go to the loo anymore. Oh, it's so Jova. It should be back up now, hopefully. Come on. Well, I mean, to be fair, we are the superior platform here, Zav. We are the superior platform. Sainz had a little go at us there down towards the middle section, but not quite close enough to get that move done. It's not even Chinese anymore, Blue. I'm pretty sure an American privateer bought them out, no? Oh, Schumacher is no DRS here. Can we have a look at the inside of Schumacher? He went defensive. He was a little bit concerned, but we couldn't quite get the move done. Oh, hello. That's a little bit snappy there as well. Rear tire temps are slowly creeping up. 97 and 100 degrees on the rear tires. I want to monitor that. Come on.
Okay, no issues.
The top two are kind of run away here, haven't they? Verstappen and Piastri have taken flight so far. We're close up to P5. He is indeed, yep. That's good for the Ferraris in the prediction. At the moment, Piastri down to P2. This car is very snappy all of a sudden. Doesn't seem to be too happy with us pushing through the corners. I mean, granted, it is the hard tyre. It is the lower grip tyre, but either way, it's mocking it a little bit. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
The Aston Martin driver's just moved into first place.
Not gonna lie, I fully expected him to come onto the radio there, saying I got wing damage. Okay, that's up the we're on the right-hand side a little bit there, isn't it? 8 and 7% now on the right side. Here we go on Michael Schumacher. Leclerc's gonna go here as well. We can be 3 wide. We might have been 3 wide for a split moment there. Schumacher still on the inside. He goes a little bit deep. Just have to make sure we don't have any contact there. Around the outside, we got Michael Schumacher. And into 3rd place we go. Oh. Heating up here in Miami. There's a reason why the Miami heat exists here. Was Max on pole? Yes, I think he was. We originally qualified P1, but we had a 5-place penalty, so... Here we go again. Live went down, I missed the start. Yeah, my stream got taken down for inactivity. Which I assume was when I went to the toilet. Tito didn't like the fact that I went to take a toilet break, apparently. And I didn't even know. It didn't even tell me. Schumacher gets past there again. He had a lot more straight line speed than me there. Now we go again onto the last straight. We'll have DRS on Schumacher this time down towards the hairpin. Can we try and blitz past them again? I don't want to burn the battery in doing so. Around the outside we go. And Schumacher tries to outbrake us, but we are good on the brakes there. Piastri and Verstappen are still fighting up there as well. These guys are not giving it up, are they? The rears really unhappy, are they? They are not. They're not happy whatsoever. And we'll control P3 at turn 1. Yeah, 8 and 9% of the rear tyres now. We'll have a look at the temps in a second as well. Good enough for turn 3, I guess. Tyre temps, 100 and 103 on the rear tyres. That's not like... It's a bit too hot, but not badly too hot, you know? Lando's P11? No way, bro. What's he doing? He is single-handedly throwing the prediction for you guys who vote on McLaren. I want to close up these top 2, but they're just a bit quicker at the moment. Especially on the straights, obviously. His car is naff. Yeah, that's why Piastri's winning. Got a little bit of a gap there to Michael Schumacher. I think he's still got DRS, unfortunately, but I think Leclerc might be able to pass him, actually. Yeah, Charles Leclerc is about to pass him. Looking good for Ferrari. I think Piastri just went deep at the hairpin there. That's cost him a lot of time. Have faith that Leclerc DNFs inbounds. Neither of the Ferraris have had a DNF so far this season, so... I don't want to say we're due one, but... It probably is getting to the point where something's going to happen soon. Just outside DRS at the moment to Verstappen. Charles Leclerc did pass Schumacher for P4 then, so... That puts us on a total of 27 points for the Ferraris. 25 for the McLarens right now. Bro's casually jinxing himself and Leclerc. Wouldn't have it any other way. When I play, the team prediction thing's not going my way. It seems like all you guys did jinxes right now, to be fair. Everyone's a jinx. Come on. Give me DRS, give me DRS, give me DRS. Did I get it? Yeah, I think I got it. Yes, we did. Nice. Good bit of DRS here on Max Verstappen. Very good bit of DRS. Let's try and close up that gap now. What's the size of that t-shirt and how tall are you? I'm 6 foot tall and this is a large. 29.9 that time around as well.
So we're leading our teammate by 2.1 seconds.
Do you also want my like BMI and stuff like that as well, or you want the 3 digits in the back of my credit card? Security code? You want my mother's maiden name? Did I get DRS? Oh, that was close. I think I got it. We're good. We're good. I was worried we might have dropped off a little bit to Verstappen there, but we're fine. It's not quite able to attack Piastri as much as he was before, though. Name of your first bet at school. We qualified P1, started P6. Name of your favorite teacher. Damn, Charles Leclerc has jumped off 3 seconds now. His pace has not been too great last couple of laps, by the seems of it. It's weird seeing Max and Aston. Yeah, I mean, there was a chance it might happen in real life. Aston were ready to pay the big bucks for him, but maybe it's good for Verstappen that he didn't join Aston Martin because they are a calamity right now. grip they get out of turn 3. I want that kind of grip. Same at turn 7 as well. Although that time, actually, it was quite even against Verstappen. Red Bull aren't much better.
Okay, mate.
Well, at least Red Bull can finish a race. That's a big difference. All right, Mark wants me to overtake Verstappen before we get to lap 18. So we've got 8 laps to try and get past the Aston. Gap to Leclerc is increasing a little bit as well. Oh, man. Not going to do it there, though. That was a poor exit for ourselves. Is it best to use medium ERS or none, then use overtake when needs? You pretty much only want to use those 3, really, yeah. Hot lap is kind of like the unnecessary one out of all of them. There's no point really using hot lap. You don't really get the benefit for the amount of battery it uses. So what I typically do is I'll use none in like the slower corners and the non-overtaking zones just to build the battery. I'll use medium through the straights and stuff, and then when I really want to push a bit more, you'll see me press the overtake button. Like here, for example, I just want to get a little bit closer to Verstappen. So I'm just going to use a little bit of overtake just to try and get a touch closer to him. And then through here, I'll be back in none, because I know this is a non-overtaking area, so... And then as we push out, back into medium, a little bit of overtake, and that should be fine. You've got to be a little bit, you know, conservative with it in a way at times. Need to make a mod where the AI has less grip than the player. That'd be funny. I don't know if there's a way you can do it just for the AI. Maybe there is. I know there's a lot of very quirky stuff you can do, though, in general.
There are 45 laps of fuel remaining.
Dude, look at the gap to Charles Leclerc now, 4.7. He is dropping off big time. This hard tyre has actually not been too bad at all. Quite enjoyed this hard tyre so far. It's rare I say that about the hards. .8 is our lap time. This front two still got some good pace about them, but the fact we're staying with them while being on the less grippy tyre is a very good sign. Very good sign. Do I think Arsenal will win anything? Honestly, my confidence is pretty low when it comes to Arsenal right now. I hate to say it, but I'm genuinely worried we might not win anything this year, which would be crazy. Unless tyre wear as well, because they have really good tyre wear somehow. Yeah, I think things like that you can't change, I don't think. I don't think you can change the rates of the way the AI, you know, use up their tyres and stuff. You can do things like giving them, like, more dirty air and stuff like that, and more slipstream and whatnot. But I think when it comes to tyre wear and things, you can't, like, amplify that, if that makes sense. Especially with both seats to go as well. That's what I mean, like, I don't think we'll get anything at the Etihad. We're not going to win that game. We won't even draw it. The way we're playing right now, we are going to get slapped by City. Yeah, 7 seconds to Leclerc now. What is going on? How's his pace dropped off that much? Have I had the SF1000 before? No. Would you ever mod the actual cars in F1 like Monstruck High or Hypersofts or Super Hards? I don't think that's possible, unfortunately. It is kind of like limited on how much you can really mod in the game. Like what is editable and what isn't. So you'd never see things like Hypersofts in the game. I mean, you could make a mod which changes. You can change like the the color of the tire wall and stuff like that. I've seen people mod that. I remember in our 1986 season mods, when we did that a while ago, we took off the blue, or the mod took off the blue wall tire. So it was literally just like a completely black rubber tire. It looked awesome. And it also like thickened out the Pirelli lines as well, which is cool. So there's things you can do like that, but you can't like make an entire new tire or anything like that. You might be able to like individually change the, you know, the way the tires are coded possibly, but... There we go again, Verstappen and Piastri side by sides. Had a few of those so far on the 13 laps we've done so far. Is delivery a mod? Yep. And Verstappen is through on Piastri as well. Verstappen takes the lead as Piastri gonna try and go around the outside. No, he's not. I don't know why the AI liked that outside line so much.
Gap to your teammate behind, 7.6 seconds.
What's the difficulty? 110 for max AI. Leclerc and Schumacher are fighting, that's why it's dropping. Interesting. Yeah, they're dropping a lot, aren't they? 8 seconds right now is the gap to those guys behind. I'm already seeing some very nice pit gaps starting to form. Which is not something that happened in the sprint race. Not one bit. Oh, never lock up there. Getting over a second lap to the guys behind, yeah. And they keep on fighting as well, so... That helps out even more. Piastri's back past Verstappen again. These guys in front are fighting too, but they're fighting kind of more smart in a way compared to the ones behind. Riley and Potato, thank you for those guys. Appreciate you. If you like Leclerc, say yes or no. Yes, no.
Okay, that's 42 laps of
I don't know how to react to that. Oh, Piastri got a pretty poor corner there. I would imagine the medium tyres are starting to struggle a little bit here, right? We've still got a way to go until we pit here. We've got to pit on lap 31, so we're about halfway through on our stint as Piastri covers off that inside early. Why are you worried about pit? Gabby be last at pit. Well, that's not necessarily true if we do a two-stop. We have also got a plan B for a two-stopper if we want it. And that two-stop will take place on lap 23. That's when that strategy opens up. But to be honest, the tyres are pretty good right now. 18 and 22% of the rear tyres. We're probably fine to go for a one-stop. DRS wide open on the guys in front again. And Piastri's back past Verstappen again. These guys are playing swapperoos up here. I think Leclerc has actually broken away from Schumacher's DRS finally. Is the 26 DLC out? No, it is out in June. DRS of Verstappen again. We're loving a bit of DRS right now, but not having to make any moves at the moment. I was worried they were going to break really early, that. Oh my god. 19 and 22%. Why do they keep lifting so early at turn 1? It's tripping me up. How's fuel looking? On my days, the fuel's amazing. What? We started on -2. I'm at minus 0.6 now. What's going on? Why is the fuel cooking? I was trying to rage bait you. There might be. There may well be. Everything's going fine so far, though. I like what we're doing. I have only got 2 laps to pass Verstappen for that objective, though. So may have to try and get this done sooner rather than later if we want to complete the objective. I don't put any assists, no. All my assists are off. Every single one of them's off. Charlotte's coming. Yeah, he got a bit closer. Here we go, Verstappen. Wow, look at the top line speed again there. Wow.
You hit that target. Really good job.
70 to get by Verstappen sooner rather than later. And there we go. That was a simple move around the outside there. The straight line speed was just far too dominant for Verstappen to deal with. And into second place we go. 31-0 as our last lap there too. Excellent stuff. We are cooking right now, chat. This hard tire is doing us solid. Doing really, really good. Gap to Schumacher is now 11.7 seconds. He's struggling. Really struggling. I think Lando Norris might still be out the points right now as well, so... Don't lose DRS though, please. Please do not lose DRS. We're good. Lando P10.
There are 39
maybe?
laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, hello.
39 laps.
Can't get a bit snappy. Where am I from? I'm from England. Sainz into P5 now. Dude, Schumacher is having a stinker. Wonder if we got some damage or something from that battle with Leclerc. Hold up. Could go for a move here on Oscar Piastri. Ooh, a little bit too far back there. Could try and wrap around the outside of Oscar Piastri. He's got the line. He'll hold the lead as well. Want to try and get by him if we can.
We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum.
Yeah, they are literally lifting at turn 1 every lap. I don't know what's going on with that. Very odd. AI's doing Lyco, apparently. Predictions for how the 26 DLC might be? I have no clue. It's anyone's best guess, really. Oh, God, I hit the outside curb. What up, room? Oscar Piastri in the lead for a race for once. Yep. Well, we're looking to try and put an end to that, though. Let's try and get the grip out of this corner. Pressure on an exit.
Condition still looking good.
Little bit too far back, I think, on Piastri. Trying to go on the inside on turn 1 there, making you lose time. Yeah, I'll have a look. We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look. Oh my God. That won't help when I get a bit of rear locking, though. Yeah, too far back here anyway. Hey, lifted again. Was a little bit too far back from him at turn 1, but he was lifting still. %, the rear right. Where is starting to creep up now. Got DRS on Piastri down here. Could we get close enough?
And so that's 38 laps of fuel.
Had a little look, but not quite. I'm now a main driver in my league. Are you proud of me? Are you leading the championship? Come on. It's not started yet? Then no, I'm not proud of you. Come back when you lead the championship. Then we'll talk. Here we go, Piastri. Round the outside we go. And that's a simple move there. For the lead of the race, we take the lead for the first time in this Grand Prix. Took us 19 laps, starting P6. And now we've got a hold of the race the first time. Hard tires, I think, at this stage, definitely better than the mediums. Come on. Come on. What lap are we boxing? If we're one-stopping, then we're going to box on lap 31. Here comes Piastri again to the outside. Oh, he's got a straight line speed with the DRS this time. We'll try and stay side by side. Big use of inside curve there, and Piastri will take back the lead, will he? Maybe not. We'll hook around the outside, but side by side through here. He's pitched over. Oh, my goodness me. Big contact between ourselves and Piastri through the left-hander there. Piastri forcing his way through to the lead there. My God. Yeah, we've got DRS now. We've lost a lot of time to Piastri because of that incident. Did I get any wing damage? Here comes Verstappen looking for P2 here as well. We might lose 2 positions here. Around the outside we go, and we'll hold that position over Verstappen. But my God, that was scary between ourselves and Piastri. It kind of just like pinched over onto the wall there on us. And that incident could have been a lot worse. But thankfully, I think we are damage free. So no harm, no foul, but not ideal. Let's try and get back past Piastri at some point. We're still within DRS range of him. You didn't leave no room for Piastri. Literally completely opposite. He pitched over while we was against the wall. Not the other way around. Oscar Brady is Anakin Skywalker side, right? Bro joined the dark side with that pinch. There we go again. DRS on Piastri down towards... Oh, a little bit of movement under brake in there, but... Still a little bit too far back at the moment. Oh my God. Red tire's definitely not quite as stable as they once were. Here we go again on Piastri down towards the hairpin. Around the outside we go, maybe. Can we get back past Piastri again? Oh, it's a little bit deep maybe, but we should get the outside line. We've got the grip. Around the outside we go. We're still side by side with Piastri out of the final corner, and this time we get by him, but he's got DRS again on us down towards turn 1. We'll force him the long way round at the opening corner, and we'll hold on to P1 again. Crazy battle happening for the lead of the race right now. Yeah, this entire battling has allowed Charles Leclerc to get closer. He's only 5 seconds away now. All the battling that's happening at the top has allowed Leclerc to get closer and closer, and now he may be an imminent threat. I think I'll probably get cooked down the straight, though, because they'll have DRS, so I probably won't fight it too hard on this one. Yeah, you can see Piastri's pushing it hard. Around the outside, he'll go here. And, yeah, not much we can do there, really. Piastri takes back the lead again. Oh, this is relentless. Relentless battling. I have no idea when the mediums will pit. No idea. I would imagine fairly soon, but it's impossible to say. I'll tell you what, actually, we should find out if they're one-stopping or two-stopping. Let's check that real quick. Driver in front.
Okay, the McLaren driver's ahead of you. Time last lap, 1 minute 32.
Here we go, Piastri again.
Piastri just ahead. Push hard, push hard.
He didn't say anything about the strategy, did he? I think we'll have him hit. Nice. Easy enough. He didn't say anything about Piastri's strategy. So I have no idea if he's one-stopping or two-stopping. What's today's challenge? We had to take a brand new engine part, which gave us a 5-place penalty. So thankfully, nothing too bad today. We qualified well, which definitely helped. If we qualified a bit lower down, we might have been a bit. Holy shit! I can't talk. Been in a bit of trouble. But we're good. My English ain't good, but otherwise I'm good. Driving behind. Let's see if there's an update.
Piastri's behind you now. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 22 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:32.0.
He said one stop, right? I think I just heard him say one stop. So yeah, he'll probably pit. It's difficult to say. It's going to be soon. Within the next 3 or 4 laps, I think. It goes Verstappen on Piastri now. That little fight behind it's going to allow us to break out. I think they've got DRS still on me. They are literally neck and neck with each other.
Okay, we've got a full course caution.
No. Stay ahead of that safety car. Stay ahead of that safety car. Stay ahead of that safety car. Well, we're good. We had to make sure we was ahead of that safety car. That'd have been bad. Oh, wow. Okay, we have a safety car on lap 24. This might allow for a 2-stop because the initial 2-stop plan was on lap 23. So if we want to initiate the 2-stop, this is a good safety car for that. For the guys who are 1-stopping, this is perfect for them. Because they can bolt the hard tyres on and they'll be good to the end. So the problem is, given where the tyres are right now, I think we have to pit. I think we have to initiate a 2-stop.
Confirmed.
Mark thinks soft tyres now. No, I don't think so. We won't create a big enough gap at that point. I think medium tyres first. Yeah, I think we have to pit really, don't we? Staying out will just be suicide, essentially. And that'll be a death wish.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Let's box for mediums then. I mean, maybe we could take a medium to the end. If the wear's not that bad, maybe we could try and take a medium tire to the end. But I think that's stretching it a little bit, though. That's the problem. It's definitely stretching the mediums. And, you know, what cost, really? All right, into the pits we go. Watch us get a slow stop now. I have no idea why we got a safety car there. Someone has obviously spun out, had an incident of some sort.
Charles is in the pits. Okay, go.
Okay, here we go.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Go hard to the end, ignore the rules. I don't have another hard tire, unfortunately, so that's a good stop, though, 2.3. All right, so, yeah.
Okay, stay clear
as
of the
expected, the
white
guys
line
behind are
exit. We'll
all
receive a penalty
on
for dangerous driving
hard
if you
tires
cross
now.
the track.
And we will come out in the lead on a medium tire. So, well, I think it's safe to say the plan from here is quite obvious, right? I think we have to full-out push on both these tires.
In for his stop now.
I don't think the medium tires will get to the end. Safety car will be out for a couple laps. But yeah. No LMU today? No, we're doing LMU on Saturday.
Safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
Are you guys getting a little bit of FPS drop from time to time? I just saw the FPS dropping a little bit on the OBS. Is it in the shadows? When I hit a shadow, the FPS drops a little bit. Yeah, I see that. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Let me see if I can drop the shadow setting a little bit. The shadows are on high. Let's put some low. Maybe that helps a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Keep me posted if that's better, chat. Still can't handle the model MU. It's a fucking boat. You're probably trying to treat it like it's iRacing is your issue. You got to remember, the cars are heavy. They are going to be boat-like in a way. You have to be patient with them. Does Bro still do mid-session saves? I do when it's redeemed, yeah. You have a fresh medium for a second stop? No. The only tire we have remaining is a soft tire now. We have no medium tires, and then the hard tire obviously was a used one from the first stint, so... all we got left is a soft tire from here onwards. Yeah, Seth's got to be out until end of 27, I think. We've still got a good few cars to catch up, so we'll have to be a little bit patient with it at the moment. I think I may burn some fuel, though. I love the Aston safety car. They don't have it anymore. They got rid of it for this season, didn't they? It's just Mercedes from now on, which is a bit of a shame. Gonna have to stretch the medium out. Not necessarily. We can box for a soft tire at some point.
You're approaching the safety car.
But this was also the worry I had about starting on a hard tire. Was that at some point, we were going to have to, we probably would have got a safety car. And I feel like the timing's not terrible, but it's not ideal. I mean, to be fair, we were going to box on lap 31 anyway. And the safety car is going to come in end of 27. It's only an extra few laps, really, isn't it? The tires are still on 0% right now because we're barely using them. You need to have an early restart compared to the AI in order to build a gap early? Yeah, maybe. Potentially. Yeah, maybe that one stop might be doable then. Mercedes only? Yep. Yeah, the Aston Martin and the Mercedes safety cars would alternate. They were like assigned tracks, but now it's just Mercedes only. Aston Martin pulled their safety car. Which is a shame, because it looks beautiful. And it sounds amazing, too. I need to burn some more fuel. Fuel's a little bit too high still. Still a racing ball to catch up right now. Come on, little racing ball. So yeah, we'll be about 30 laps of racing action on this tyre. Like I say, only a few extra. We'll see how it goes. See how the pace is, see how the gaps open up, and see if we can try and get into a nice pit window, maybe. We'll just judge how it goes early on and decide as we go. You know what? It might be another lap under the safety car. That racing ball is still not really fully caught up. Yeah, I think I'll probably be okay, actually. Yeah, he's joined the pack. We should be fine. Yep, there you go.
Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap.
All right.
We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the...
Here we go, chat.
Safety car's into the pit lane.
Safety car is in this lap. We're back on the green flags on lap 28. This has been a chaotic weekend of racing so far, isn't it? But safety car is coming on in. Let's make sure we try and get a good restart. Now. Oh, that was beautiful. That was pinpoint. What a restart. We've already broken DRS to Verstappen by the time we get to turn 3. That is a beautiful restart. Now let's try and build that gap as much as possible. Because don't forget, the hard tires will become the better tire as the race goes on now.
No need to worry about the
So this early pace is super important against the guys behind. We need to build that gap as much as possible before that hard tire becomes a better tire. I give it about 10 to 15 laps before we start to see that transition happening. Leclerc is up to P3. Piastri down to P4. Not looking good for the McLaren voters. Good middle sector. 2.2 the gap to Verstappen. What a restart. What a restart. You will crash, it's fine. I don't crash. I don't remember the last time I crashed in an F1 game. Dead ass. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Imola? Was that even on this game? I think that was F1 24, no?
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Monaco? Maybe Monaco. Maybe Monaco. I think that might have been on this game. Oh, that was a little bit deep. That means we're due. We've been due for a while. If anything, we're overdue. We are overdue by a lot. Verstappen 2.1 behind. Not opened up as much as I thought it would be by this stage. A little bit closer to the 3-second mark, but not quite happened yet. And we may have a copy of your next lap. Let's see. Purple middle center. Nice middle center that time around. Gaps increased a little bit further to 2.5 over Verstappen. There's a big group of cars bunched up together down there as well. So we've got to break up that gap to them, really, in case we do go for that two-stopper. And it has been blocked with a corner to go. 28.8, that's a little bit weaker, that lap. And a mid-session safety car with it as well. Cherry on the cake. 2.7 to Verstappen. Gaps are slowly increasing. Yeah, Piastri dropped off a lot, isn't he? That hard tire is not firing up for him or something, but yeah, he's down to P5. He's had a horror start. So for those of you guys that voted McLaren on the prediction, it is looking very bleak. Although Piastri has just gone back to P4, so... Oh, no, never mind. Piastri is P5, and I think Lando Norris is maybe 9th or 10th right now. So the McLarens, who are looking very strong at the start, are kind of nowhere now, really. So the Ferraris are looking pretty good at this stage. Oh my God. That nearly was a finish. And that will be a cockpit view. Morgan timed that one well. Lando's P9. Yeah, I lost a lot of time against Verstappen with that half spin as well. Did well to hold on to it, but back end just lit up a little bit too much. Come on.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
Yeah, Miami is definitely my least favorite track for a reason. I don't like this track too much. We're doing okay, most importantly. Verstappen had a pretty good middle sector there. Definitely not broken away from Verstappen anywhere near as much as I thought it would have. His pace has actually been pretty concerningly good in the opening phase of this stint. .9 again.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
I didn't realize I hadn't a chance to be honest with you. Still got a way to go in this race, obviously. Still 25 laps to go in this Grand Prix. The medium tyres are doing okay. But I'll argue at this stage, the hard tyres are still looking a bit better. Starting to see some gaps forming around the grid slowly but surely. Again, if we are going to pit for a soft tyre, it'll probably be like around, like, I don't know, mid-40s, early 40s. Do you reckon these mediums would last 25 more laps? Let's have a look at the wear on them in a second. Um, 8 and 9%. We've been racing on these tyres for 5 laps. It's not great, is it? It would be a bit of a struggle to get them to the end, I think. That was deep with a hairpin. How much do you lose on pits here? I would probably say early 20s, maybe. 22, 23 seconds, something like that, potentially. Two seconds of Verstappen. I am not opening up that gap, am I? That gap is not opening up. Yeah, we'll be boxing somewhere in the mid-40s, I think, in at least 10 laps' time. And, yeah, I don't know. That gap to Verstappen's opened up a little bit more this lap, but the problem is that gap isn't consistently opening. That was a good lap that time around to open up a bit more, but I need that to happen every lap, and it's not. 29.0. That lap was actually a little bit slower than the previous one, too, so that says enough, I think. What it is, a late safety car? Yeah, maybe. I also fear that AI might do the same thing as me and go soft to the end, though, as well, so. AI's at 110. %, rear right. We need to see how much wear we're doing per lap. Start of next lap, I'm going to measure it. And see how much wear we're doing per lap, because I am worried about that rear right tyre. I think it's going up a bit too much. Is it 2%? I'm just starting out. Where should I have the AI percentage? I mean, that's something you have to figure out, really. Depends on your pace. It very much depends on your pace. What I'd recommend doing, though, is going into single-player Grand Prix. Maybe start at, like, I don't know, 60 AI. Do a few laps and see what your pace is compared to your teammate on that single-player Grand Prix.
Tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
You want to try and get your pace to your teammate as close as possible. And then work with it from there. Tires, 13% to start with. Stay the same with that rear right. Decent AI calculators online based on lap time 2 help you initially. Yeah, the ones that, the one from Sim Racing Setups, they have one, but it's very volatile. Like some races it would tell you to be like 105, and then the next one would say 70. It seems a little excessive. I used to use one from f1laps.com. That one was pretty good. So you can try that one. But again, they're not always perfectly accurate. What's the AI percentage shooting right now? 110. We're on max AI. .8 for Verstappen. That gap is still sitting there, isn't it? 29.4. Our lap times are dropping. Tires were 15%. So yeah, probably it's about 2% per lap, isn't it? So that means with 21 laps to go, that would do 42%. We'd be pushing 70% at the moment. Sorry, no, 60%. My math did not math. We'd be pushing 60% of the rear right tire if we tried to get it to the end. It's kind of brutal, huh? Kind of brutal. Gap's opened up a little bit more this time. 33.2 to Verstappen. First time it's done that for a few laps. Either Leclerc start fighting Verstappen. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Gap to Piastri's 11 seconds, though. Double that, and we'll have a pit window over him. You're seeing a gap? Are you looking at that gap in front of the second McLaren? Probably close. Tire tips are okay. Oh, that chicane felt good. That chicane felt real nice. That was very quick and smooth through that. Piastri them hard not cooperating, yeah. Given how he was looking in the opening phase of the race and where he is now, it has been a complete turnaround. And not for the better. 20 laps to go. On to lap 38. Slowly finding ourselves towards the closing stages of this Grand Prix. 29.2 that time around.
Gap to your teammate behind, 4.6 seconds.
Leclerc is within DRS of Verstappen now, I think. Maybe expect a battle for P2 to commence soon. I feel like our teammate would be more difficult to keep behind than Verstappen would be. Mainly because he's in a better car. The Ferrari's the second best car on the grid. The Aston Martin's like the fifth best. So I do worry that if Leclerc gets into P2, we may be under siege at some point. 20% now on the rear right tyre. Like I say, if we want to pit again, we are aiming for around lap 45 to initiate that pit stop. So at the moment, I'm a little concerned. We don't really have a good gap to chase back on. So at the moment, I'm kind of leaning towards staying out to the end, which won't be pretty, but I think that might be our best option at the moment. Got a box 43, I think. I don't know, man. We're only 7 away from 45. Take the risk with the wear. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we just take the risk. They're not going to pit again, no. They're done. Everyone on the hard tire will stay out to the end. And Charles Leclerc has passed Max Verstappen for P2 as well. There has been a change for second place. And our teammate is into the second spot on the grid. Verstappen down to third. That might not be good news for us. Watch that gap to Leclerc. Let's see. Well, I went on the outside turf there. It's not ideal, but got away with that. On subs should be about 2 seconds a lap faster. But for how long? I wouldn't think it'd be very long. Kind of maintained so far, isn't it? Opened up a little bit that middle chicane. Verstappen's still within DRS of him, but I don't think he's going to get him back. I think Leclerc's got too much for him at the moment. Who's our current rival? Who's second in the championship? I think Schumacher, right? Check where on lap 44 that we can set up into box or not. We'll be checking it regularly anyway. Yeah, gap to Leclerc's coming down, isn't it? That gap to Charles Leclerc is trickling down. Ugh, we're in a sticky spot here, aren't we? We're in a really sticky spot. Oh. Skateboarding over that curb. Verstappen's lost DRS now too. I think if we pit, we would come out ahead of that second McLaren of Lando Norris. Villa a 6-1 up, Jesus. Safety car wouldn't help either. It would help if it was a bit later, I think. And maybe we could get ahead of Schumacher. Nah, probably not, actually. Maybe ahead of the Mercedes behind Piastri. If there was a safety car. Any tips for this fuck-ass Sector 2 in Miami? You can take a lot of the inside curb on the left in the chicane. So it's honestly, Miami is a horrible track. I don't like anything of it. It's one of my worst tracks, so I'm probably like the worst person to ask for advice here. But I know in that chicane, you can really milk the curb usage on the left. That helps a lot. .8, less than 3 seconds to Leclerc. Make Imola permanent rather than Miami. I would sign that petition any day of the week. Gonna take a lot of pushing to get a podium if we pit, right? I reckon we can still get a podium if we pit. I think no matter what we do, I think even if we stay out, we'd probably still get a podium. But I want to give ourselves the best chance of winning. And with Leclerc's pace right now, I worry that might not happen. I think that safety car kind of screwed us over a bit, didn't it? Well, the long left corner in Sector 1. Oh, I wish I could give you tips on that. I genuinely have no idea how to do it. I think I'm doing okay with it at the moment, but I'm sure there are faster ways of doing it. For me, that is the worst corner on the entire calendar. I hate that turn 7 with a passion. All I try and do is just avoid going too far wide on entry. You want to avoid the outside right-hand curb on entry because it's very slippery. Easy to lose grip from doing that and getting a load of understeer or oversteer or whatever. But, yeah, it's a horrible, horrible corner. I keep it tight through this bit. And then sort of I don't really put the car in the middle as such, but I try and just keep it away from that curve on the right. And then just let the car sort of understeer, then tuck itself in. It's not a nice corner. Even when I get that corner right, I don't feel satisfied doing it, you know? No, worst corner is the long right-hander in China. I don't mind that corner because I can do it. I'm actually okay through there, so I don't mind it too much. Piastri and Schumacher fighting for P4 down there. What are we thinking of pitting? Well, that's kind of the thing. We're also thinking about not pitting as well. We're very much like split in two minds right now. Do we pit for that soft tire or do we stay out? It's a tricky one to really say at the moment. You reckon pit? Yeah, I mean, the long right-hander is awkward. You have to kind of, like, sacrifice the opening corner in a way. You have to, like, let the car understeer a little bit to then... Again, similar to turn 7 in a way here, even though it's slightly different in terms of speeds and stuff with it China being a slow speed, but you have to let the car sort of naturally understeer as you slow it down, and then as it slows down, you'll feel it tucking back in, and that's when you want to make sure it's lined up perfectly to get through turn 2. Forest 1-0 on Porto, down to 10. Forest 2 on an aggregate. Villa 3-0 on the night, 6 on aggregate. Oof. Imagine we got... Is it possible we get a Villa and Forest final? Is that possible? Oh, wait, no. Forest are... Wait, are Forest's Europa League or Champions? Conference League. Maybe they're Conference League, actually. Oh, they're both Europa, are they? Forest will be semi? Oh, okay. That'd be interesting to see. Very interesting. Okay, so why is Leclerc now 1.4 back? What the fuck just happened? Leclerc is now only a second and a half behind me. Well, it's lap 44, chat. That's the tires right now. What do you guys think? Are we holding out? Or are we pitting? Take the gamble on box. If you ask me, I think staying out is a bigger gamble than boxing. I don't know. I think they're both gambles in their own right, really. In a way, I think going for a soft tire is slightly more risky. Because obviously we know it will wear a lot more and stuff, so... You reckon box? Pit and push out the win, you reckon? I think I might give it another lap or two before we box, though. I might give it another lap or two just to make sure that we get the best possible condition on the soft tires. But the problem is, we're going to have to try and catch like 20 seconds on Charles Leclerc, and I don't see how we're going to do that. I reckon we can get back to a podium, but I don't think we'll catch Leclerc. Where would we come out? Should be ahead of the McLaren, right? Yeah, P7. We should be ahead of the of Lando Norris in that Macca. If you pit, you're giving up on P1. If you fire out, it might happen. That's also what I'm thinking as well. I think we might have a fighting chance if we stay out. And I think pitting would probably give us a lot more of a mission in a way. We've got 12 laps to go now. Like, do I see Piastri getting 11 seconds on me on this stint? No, I do not. In fact, I think the gap is still kind of like opening up a little bit, maybe. But I also think that we'd catch 11 seconds on Piastri if we did pit. So, like, I think no matter what happens, we are going to get a podium. But it's just what gives the better chance of a win. And in my opinion, I think the better chance of giving us a win is staying out. But with that being said, these tyres are definitely not feeling as good as they were. And Charles Leclerc is within a second of us now as well. And that DRS try and go a little bit close to us down towards the hairpin. Look how fast he is in the straight, that DRS. My God. Thankfully, we were just fast enough to keep him at bay. But onto lap 46, I fear the inevitable might be about to occur. Down towards turn one we go. Leclerc with DRS. Here he comes again. We will defend the inside. Leclerc looks to the outside. No way through for the Monegasque driver. Oh, hello. That was a not so pleasant snap at turn two. Trying to get in a Checo. I think I can. I think I probably cooked this lap, I think. Here he comes. And there he goes. Charles Leclerc into the lead of the Miami Grand Prix. Ugh. Let's see if we can try and get it back, though. We're still sticking close to the middle sector. I don't want to use up too much battery in doing so. We'll get DRS down towards the hairpin. And now we'll draw a little bit closer, Charles Leclerc. He's a little concerned here. He defends the insides. We'll just stick close through the final hairpin here as well. A little switchback kind of move. Back and getting a little bit slidey again there as well. And Leclerc takes off in that final corner. Holds on to the lead. Down towards turn one we go again. As we look up the inside, Leclerc going defensive. We'll switch back to the outside at turn one. Leclerc holds the lead again at the opening corner. And just defends, excuse me, just defends away from us at the moment. Don't die now, please, Vince. Not the time to die. Pit now and chase. Just don't think there's any value in pitting. I really don't. I don't see the value in stopping again. Hold up. We've got to run Charles Leclerc here. Bang! Around the outside we go with Charles Leclerc. Back into the lead we go. These old tyres still got some life in them yet. That DRS efficiency there was wild. Now we go for the chicane again. And we are back in the lead of the Miami Grand Prix with 10 laps to go. Getting feisty out here. It's late for pitting. I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to try and hold out for the win here on these tyres. I don't think we'll get it. But I think it's the best chance of winning the race is staying out. These tyres are only going to get more frail as they go on, so... And I think the exact same effect would happen on the soft tyres. We'd probably get like maybe 7 or 8 seconds away from Leclerc, and then we'll just start fading off again once the soft tyres hit their best, so... I just don't think we'd get anything out of boxing for a soft tyre, in my opinion. And we go again. 7/10 to Charles Leclerc. Down the straight we go again. He's actually a little bit too far back here, I think, isn't it? Yeah, but I don't think we'll catch back up. So we are holding it on these tires. And we are going to put a masterclass on defensively against Charles Leclerc. The good news is, it's looking great for the prediction if you're a Ferrari voter. It's looking very good. Tires will fall off soon. They're at 38% in the rear right now. Next lap, they'll hit 40%. Charles Leclerc not really getting much down here. I think he's saving the battery, isn't it? We'll do the same while he does that. Come on. Anyway, pity surely if we get a safety car. Yeah, if we got a safety car at some point, we would pit. That's a free stop for us. I don't know whether the AI would pit. They'll probably stay out knowing them.
Okay, mate. Charles is behind you now. They are faster than you. Do you understand? They are faster than you. Let them through, please, mate. Okay, thanks for doing that, mate. I know it's not nice, but head down and let's focus
I am
on your own
going to
race.
absolutely dive bomb this guy at the hairpin. I am going to full send the hairpin straight into his side pod. I swear to God. I swear. You have no idea what's about to happen to you, Charles Leclerc. You have no idea. You never ask of that again from me. You understand? Never. Go on, give me the team orders now. Come on. Oh, it's all quiet over there, Mark. Huh? It's all quiet. You don't want to talk no more? Well, now I'm going defensive. Now we're going like beast mode defensive. Although there's something right, I won't be able to do much, I don't think. Say no to team orders. Nah. Nah. This is your own doing, Ferrari. You did this to yourselves. You did this. You did this. It might allow Verstappen to catch us as well. We've got to be a little bit careful with that. We got the gap at Leclerc here. We're good. 4.1 the gap to Verstappen right now.
W.
Yo, boss, thank you much for the 3-month resub, my dude. I appreciate that. Everybody good, man. Appreciate the 3 months on Twitch Prime. The Primer. Make it the widest car. The widest Ferrari you'll ever see in your life. Gonna be wider than a GT3. Not even halfway through the season? Nope. Round number 4 and we're getting a civil war at Ferrari. As if we'd have it any other way. Here it comes again. Round the outside. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. It ain't happening, buddy. It ain't happening. It ain't happening to you. AI level is 110. We're just superior. We're just better. Even on 43% worn tires, we are just better. Ain't my fault you got a skill issue. I ain't mad about the team orders chat. What are you talking about? I wouldn't get mad about team orders. I would definitely not sell my soul.
Team Radio. Deadcall 23 says Vince, it's Deadcall. Fuck team orders from Mark. Defend from that golden boy and win this goddamn race.
Oh, okay. Deadcall said so. Must be done. Oh my god. I might not have the battery here, you know. I might not have the battery against Charles Leclerc here. I think actually might be cooked. Right roll. Now we're good. Hold the inside line every time. It's a beauty. And nothing he can do to get that inside line there. And then we need a strong chicane here. Like so. Wait on entry. Should be good on exit. And that should be good enough to hold him off at the final corner as well. We are doing very well here, chat. 5 laps to go. The rear right's on 45%. We are doing everything in our power to hold on to this lead. Here comes Charles Leclerc again at the final corner. Too far back at the moment to make the move. And he'll try to get the grip out of the final corner. Doesn't quite get it, though. Him being in our dirty air, though, is definitely not good for him. And we'll hold the racing line again at turn 1 as well. We are doing very well right now. Staying out was definitely a good call, yeah. Like I said, I think it just made the most sense. I think on a soft tyre, like, we might have gone up towards Piastri, but that would be about it. We might not have even got P3 from Verstappen, so... Staying out and holding this tyre was definitely the best decision, I think. Oh, that was a bad exit. Uh-oh. 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 Ah. See, that's not ideal, is it? I got a horrible X out of that left-hander at turn 7. It's okay, we're still fine. Just don't lose DRS, we're still okay. Oh, Christ. Okay, I hit the wall. All right, that's not good. Okay, I'm starting to fumble a little bit now. We're starting to fumble the bag a little bit. That just bumped the rear right tyre up a little bit. Don't let Max near. I think we'll be fine from Max. He's got to get about a second a lap right now, which he's not doing. I mean, in the first 3 races, we won every single one of those races. We won Australia, we won China, we won Japan. This might be the first race this season we don't win. Unless we can try and keep within that DRS of Charles Leclerc with these worn tyres. It's going to be a tough ask, but we are going to give everything. 3.6 to Max in the Aston Martin. Come on. Still got DRS. That was very important. We got DRS there. Very, very important. That still gives us a fighting chance. Leclerc is definitely faster in the corners now, though, isn't he? He was faster in the straights, and now he's slowly becoming faster in the corners. I think our tyres have probably hit 50% by now as well, right? Nearly. 2 more percent. Still got that DRS though. Come on. Here we go. On to lap 55. Last few laps, ladies and gentlemen.
Team Radio. James 3 2015 says team order, send it down the inside, take Leclerc out if needed.
That's sounding a bit like Hamilton Rosberg now. That sounds more like it. Come on, car, turn in. Oh, that wasn't good. That was not good. I think I still got DRS, but that was not a good turn 7 again. I'm struggling with turn 7 once more. 50% rear right. There it is. The rear right tire has officially hit 50% now. That hard tire will be much more useful at this stage. We have to try and stay within DRS and just hope we get a chance on Charles Leclerc to take back the victory. And we're going from the chicane again. Oh, look at the drive Charles Leclerc gets. His grip is outstanding right now. Much better than ours. DRS wide open. Here we go. Next lap will be the penultimate lap of the race. Is there anything we can do against our teammate to take back the win? Will it be 4 races in a row for ourselves, or will it be a first win of the season for Charles Leclerc? The next 2 laps are definitive. The lap times are definitely slower than Leclerc's right now. But we are still giving it everything out there to try and give ourselves a fighting chance against our teammate. We're definitely good against Verstappen. 4.4 the gap. Nice bit of chunder steer. Oh, I hate this turn 7 so much. I hate this corner. I think I got DRS again. But mate, this corner is going to make me lose my marbles. Here we go. We've got DRS, but we are not gaining all that much on Charles Leclerc. Maybe a couple tenths down that back straight. This is looking bleak, chat. It's looking bleak. Come on. Oh, man. The back end is just so loose right now on these tires as well. 52% I think I saw there on that rear right tire. 44 on that front right. 43 on the rear left. We've got DRS on Leclerc. We're gaining, but it's just not quite close enough. Here we go. It will come down to the final one, ladies and gentlemen, here in Miami. On to lap 57. Here we go.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Charge up the match a little bit in this first sector. Come on. Bit closer, please. That was a better turn 7. That was a better turn 7. We're still a little bit too far back here. But that better turn 7 might give us a better chance later around the lap. The DRS will power us forward a little bit further. Definitely too far back for a move here. Oh, that was a bit deep. Come on. Come on. I'll tell you what, chat. This is close. This is close. Oh, a little bit of a slide out the corner. Here we go. Drag race to the final hairpin. Give me that DRS. He's out of battery. Here we go. This might be the moment. Round the outside we go, and Charles Leclerc is side by side into the hairpin. Who will get the drive out from the final corner is very neck and neck. It's side by side. Charles Leclerc over the curb. We win the Miami Grand Prix in thrilling fashion right at the end. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, staying out was the right decision. We take the win over Charles Leclerc. GG's. What a race. Oh, man. That's karma for team orders right there. That is karma for team orders. Oh, man. Charles is pissed on his radio. Good. As he should be. As he should be. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. What a win. 4 on the bounce for ourselves. Oh, that looked weird with Verstappen in his Red Bull helmet and Aston Martin suit. Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But what a victory. What a victory. He didn't do anything. Oh, I know. He just lost over the curb. It's a little bit raised that left-hand side curb. He got over that curb and Lost it a little bit.
Ferrari, do it again.
Wow. All right. That's a great bit of form to take into the Monaco Grand Prix up next then. That'll be on Monday's stream next week, obviously. And we'll see what the weather wheel has in store. Not weather wheel, sorry. The challenge wheel has in store for us there. You pushed him off. Didn't touch him. We did not force him off at all. He went on the curb himself. That was completely his own fault. You should do the celebration dance. My hips definitely lie, I'm afraid. My hips definitely lie.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of
there we go,
Formula
chat.
One. Be sure
What
to
a
join us
day.
for more
What a
exciting Formula
fantastic
One action
day.
very
I
soon.
think it's safe to say Ferrari won that prediction by a landslide as well, right? 30, how many points then? No, sorry, 43 points going to ourselves there as well. So an excellent result makes Ferrari the winners in that prediction. The McLarens finished 4th and 8th. They were kind of nowhere, really, after that safety car. And, yeah, we took full advantage of that, really. Yeah, let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then, following on from the win here in Miami. So Charles Leclerc is actually up to 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship now, but 31 points separating ourselves and Leclerc heading into the Monaco Grand Prix, which is not too bad whatsoever. Michael Schumacher is currently P3, Norris in P4, Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Hulkenberg, and Sainz in that top 10. And it's the rest of the order there as well. Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin yet to score a single point, whereas his teammate is currently 7th in the championship. Not great for Lance, that is it? Not great at all. Constructors' Championship-wise, Ferrari leading the way right now by 89 points to Audi, who are 2 up on McLaren. Red Bull in 4th on 45. Aston Martin in 5th. Mercedes 6th. Williams 7th. Haas in 8th. Alpine, Cadillac, and Racing Bull are yet to score a point. Let's have a look at the replay, shall we? Let's have a look at what caused the safety car, first of all. What lap was that safety car? It was somewhere around here, wasn't it? I think it was literally right there. That'll do it. I'm guessing just a very simple spin here. Yep. And then he's just sitting on the track, and then the safety car comes out. Pretty box standard safety car, really, isn't it? In this game. And that's when we had to pit off the hard tires to go mediums for the rest of the race. We did a longer stint on the mediums than we did on the hard tires. Pretty ridiculous. Then we had that epic last lap battle between ourselves and Charles Leclerc. Hello? Okay, then let me go past 42 for a second there. That was a red flag of the sprint race? Yeah. Safety cars are bugged in sprint races, though. Let's watch this lap back. The final lap between ourselves and Charles Leclerc. Let's see how it all unfolded. Getting this turn 7 right was absolutely critical. And I wouldn't say we nailed it, but that was definitely one of the better times we did that turn 7. And we had to make sure we got it done. Yeah, it probably should have been a VSC, but again. I can't complain about getting safety cars too much. That was very deep in the brakes there, but made the corner. And then getting the chicane right was also very important. You can see the gap close up a lot for that chicane. He actually got a pretty good exit there. We had a little bit of a slide. And then we got the DRS, we got the slipstream, we had the battery. He ran out of battery as well. Him running out of battery was huge. He defends the inside, round the outside we go. Side by side through the hairpin. But I forced him off, right? But I forced him off. Glad to know your wheel knowledge is that bad. Very good to know. Y'all really thought I forced him off? He just got up the inside curb and just lost control of the car. Your wheel knowledge sucks, bro. In the gutter wheel knowledge right there. It's gonna time move. There we go. Anyway, beautiful race. Very happy with that. If only we got a slightly better sprint race. To be fair, the 2 sprint races so far have been chaos for us, haven't they? Obviously, that China sprint race was mental for different reasons as well, but